Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, oh, what you gonna do? Hey, what you gonna do? Where you at? Where you at?
Whoa,
Where you at?
whoa.
There you go.
Whoa.
There
There you go. There you go.
Oh, there's a woman here.
There's a woman here?
There's a woman.
Oh, God, get her out.
This is a boys' club, okay?
Do you follow proper cootie disinfectant procedure, young lady?
I got my cootie shot years ago.
It's circle,
A
circle,
likely
dot, dot,
story.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I
Circle,
got my
circle,
cootie.
square, square. Now I've got them everywhere.
Welcome to the meatball episode.
Yeah.
The meatball spectacular.
If you hate listening to people eat things, you are gonna fucking hate this.
Boy, are
episode.
you in for a treat, you fucking
yeah.
loser.
For those of you who maybe don't recognize, I'm bad at recognizing voices. This is my lovely girlfriend Aubrey.
Hi.
Welcome back, Aubrey.
Hi.
Who?
Literally who?
Also, who brought us these fantastic meatballs last featured in the Tim the Jobs Man Taylor Dudes Run for President
That's right. That was the
That
Tim,
was that episode.
Tim the Jobs Man Taylor.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That episode turned into just a meat sucking nightmare. That's
right.
so squishy to listen to.
Tim the Jobs Man.
The Jobs Man Taylor. Where were his pants? We
don't
never
know.
found out.
We never did. It's like where's Jimmy Hoffa or who anyway.
Sorry.
Why did
I
Area
thought that was Ben.
No, that's all me.
why did Area 51 shoot John F. Kennedy in the head?
Right.
Classic conspiracies.
That feller puts his pants on one leg at a time. Or he would if he could find them. I forgot about that. Tim the Jobs Man.
The Jobs Man.
Yeah.
Taylor.
The candidate we deserve, but not the one we need right now.
I would super trade our current timeline for Tim the Jobs Man Taylor.
Yeah.
The incompetent man who didn't know where his pants were.
You mean that's not our current timeline?
I mean, we have an incompetent presidency, but in like way worse and more like disgusting means.
Yeah.
How much do you want to bet Donald Trump brushes his teeth with like a fist-sized glob of like Crest Children's toothpaste?
What do you bet he brushes his teeth with a fist-sized glob of fresh children paste? Like he just squeezes children
I like
until
to
they...
imagine that blue Crest mascot.
All right, Barry, come here.
Remember the blue guy? Like the
I need my
Crest-
toothpaste, Barry.
Oh, yeah, the little... like the
Yeah, there was like a mascot. He was like a
swirl.
Sunglasses?
Yeah, he had sunglasses.
Yeah.
That dude is being beaten to death in like somewhere.
Guantanamo.
Yeah.
He just extracts.
I have a family!
He just extracts his precious toothpaste.
This an FBI agent's like coming on the clock. He's like cracking his neck. This bull takes his jacket off. Another one's leaving with ice on his
I'm gonna
knuckles.
ask you one more time. What are the codes? He goes, I don't know.
I don't know.
Someone leaks this to the media and they call it Colgate Gate.
That's good. Colgate Gate.
Colgate Gate. Yep, that's happening right now in a bunker deep underneath the White House. Anyway, we're back.
Yes, we are
It's
back.
worth mentioning this is probably our last episode for the year before we do next year's best of.
I think it's officially the last episode for the year.
Yeah. Yeah, until we do our best of, then
Best of.
the best,
The best, of dudes.
the best.
Yeah, we get our best of is going to be
Yeah, we managed to sneak out 60 episodes this season.
How about that shit? You know
No.
Oh, wait, no.
This is 60 episodes total across all time. This is episode 29 of season
Across
2.
all
29.
time.
Yeah.
All time.
In the beginning.
Long ago.
thousands of years ago.
Before the dawn of man as we knew him,
Can you turn up my monitor just a
Yeah,
skosh?
I could
think
do that.
I think I have this kind of
there was Sir Santa.
jerry rigged here.
of
That's better.
Claus.
It's
Good?
it's still a little crunchy and
If you
bassy.
could
but
turn
I'm
my
dealing with it.
monitor down just a
Okay,
hair.
I could do that.
Yes, thank you.
Sorry, guys. I'm working with a fucked up monitor here, so
That's all right.
how's everybody doing? How's everybody's week?
Oh, you know.
It's fantastic. I almost set the office on fire, so that was fun.
Yeah, I heard.
I mean, I didn't, but the fucking AC adapter I was using did.
Oh, right.
I started smelling. Well, so now I know what a burning electronic smells like. It smells just like someone just put out a match.
Yep.
And so I was looking around underneath, and I hear the fucking thing start going. and then just sparks everywhere, and then it starts smoking. So I yank the fucking thing out of the wall, and I tested another outlet to be sure, and sure enough, it starts trying to catch fire again.
Yeah.
Can I give you a semi-related story? One time at work, we had a Mac whose laptop started to just inflate. Because,
That was a real problem with those.
Yeah, because the lithium-ion battery pack, if it starts to burn up inside, it will inflate, and then there's really no safe way to breathe in the lithium that is being exposed to the air. So our IT guy decides the right thing to do is to take it out into the parking lot and just poke holes in it.
No,
Which he did against my advice, because I'm like, dude, that is super fucking toxic. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
But he's like, well, we'll be outside. There's air. And I'm like, yeah, there's air, but you're in it too.
There's also you.
you're surrounded by flammable shit, incidentally.
Obviously, the best thing to do is handle it the highway, which is a can of aerosol and a lighter, and just burn it from far away.
Just burn it to death.
Just chuck it right in the nearest creek. It's fine.
Hey, you got that cutter handy?
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the time that Tommy and I disposed of the? We had
I forgot to bring the hard drive. We were gonna bust up that hard drive.
Oh no!
You know what? We'll do it on New Year's because we'll all be drunk then.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds
Oh,
awesome.
that's great. Power
That'll be-
tools
Let's
and
play with
alcohol.
power tools and drill a hole in the
Hell
hard
yeah.
drive when we're hammered.
Yeah.
I think I have I think I can modify my my drill piece into a sawzall, so
Oh, okay.
that'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Neat.
And if we want to, we could just take it out back and set it on fire.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah, just burn
If we
it.
choose, yeah.
You have a gun here, right?
Yeah, I got a gun. We'll shoot holes in it.
Shoot it.
Yeah.
That'll probably be real safe on New Year's.
Let's get really drunk, and then let's shoot holes
We'll play
in
with
something.
guns. Yeah.
We're all cowboys now.
Not,
Yeah, we're all cowboys.
we are.
We're cowboys now because Ben and Aubrey, you guys got Red Dead the other day. So
That's right.
Yeah.
now
We
we're
did.
all officially cowboys
Well,
together.
Aubrey's the only cowboy right now. I haven't played it yet,
Arthur.
but I'm going to. I watched.
Goddamn O'Driscoll's Arthur.
That didn't work.
Nope, I'm trying to light this cigar, and I'm an idiot.
Dude, just use the
No,
lighter.
like I want to use the matches.
I watched her play like the first part, up through where you actually.
Opening.
And I hate to
Yeah.
like throw you off here, but lighters were invented before matches. True story. So technically, it'd be more old school. But
Yeah, I guess that is true, isn't it?
Yep.
Because burning oil's been around for centuries.
there you go. You got it. There you go.
That's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's
That's
good.
perfect.
yeah. Okay.
How about that? Yep,
So-
didn't throw me off at all. Although you are 100% right.
Yes.
So yeah, now we're all cowboys. So our lives have changed basically. I mean, you're just about to be a cowboy.
I want to be a baby cowboy.
Please don't say that again.
Yeah,
Baby.
spank me, mama.
Do we have any opening business here? I mean, like it's almost the end of the year. It's nearly Christmas.
New business. New business.
It's almost Christmas. It's the singing of a street corner choir. Going home and getting warm by the fire.
Is it?
It seems wherever you find love, it feels like Christmas.
The fuck are you two talking about?
It is
The best Christmas
the
movie.
season of
Muppet
the
Christmas
heart.
The
Carol.
Muppet Christmas Carol.
A special time
See, that's
of
wrong
caring.
because the best Christmas movie is Die Hard.
Yeah, I'm with Ben on this, and I know this has gotten some eye rolls in the recent past, but Die Hard, best Christmas movie.
Die Hard is a Christmas movie, but Muppet Christmas Carol is the best Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Die Hard is close.
Die Hard, and for people who say Die Hard isn't a Christmas movie, let me lay this wisdom on you.
The director says it's a...
The director, Bruce Willis, says it's a Christmas movie. Well, let me lay this bit of knowledge on you. The fact that, John McClane is trying to spend Christmas with his family, and he has an obstacle. You could say this same thing of National Lampoon. You could say this same thing of the dad in A Christmas Story.
Right.
It's just the obstacle in this case happens to be German terrorists. That's it. That's
They're like
literally
almost
it.
the same. They're
That's
almost the
literally
same.
it. It's a Christmas movie. Full stop. I was gonna look up if it was still Hanukkah.
It's not.
Oh, no, it is definitely not still Hanukkah.
Yeah.
Is it not? Oh,
I visited my dad last week while it was still Hanukkah, and he
ended
had
on
the
the
candles lit, by the way.
Did he?
Yeah, my dad.
Oh,
Had,
yeah.
My dad had a makeshift menorah going on. I love my dad's pseudo Judaism. It's so much fun. I don't know if I've talked about that on this podcast that
your
much.
dad is a pseudo Jew.
He is a pseudo.
He's a judo,
That's the best possible way to say that.
as it were.
I went to see him, and he was talking. It was like, oh god, it was an interesting night because I had already made spaghetti that week, and then he tells me I'm gonna have some spaghetti, and I said that's good, and he said, oh no, I'm out of meatballs, and I said, Dad, I have all these meatballs, I'll bring the meatballs, and we combined the meatballs to make a full meal, and then he was talking about this rabbi that he follows on Facebook. Like for a long time.
Okay.
And I love talking to my dad about stuff like this because it's way outside my realm of experience.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize he's like on like a first name basis with like a New York rabbi that he watches online.
Oh, okay.
His Judaism has taken a particularly unique form. Like he won't ever fully commit to it, but he really loves it.
Hey,
And I think that's nice.
Yeah.
It's
We
something.
all have something.
I mean, like you can be adopted into Judaism, right? Like even if you're not ethnically Jewish.
Well, there's like a whole like thing.
everybody needs some oil sometimes.
No, I'm pretty sure we're all circumcised, but if he wasn't, it would be a very painful thing to do as an adult man.
Are you?
I'm not circumcised.
I'm not. We're mutilated.
I mean, me and my father.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
our penises.
our penises are cut.
Me and my dad's
Yeah.
penis.
We're mutilated.
We've been mutilated
Yes.
in what is truly a shame.
Yes.
But yeah,
I know. Anything that would help add length to this. This
Just don't
disaster.
constrict this already not that impressive.
Like, it's already getting worse with age. Please.
Man. You know, men's problems and their penis
Am I
problems
right?
don't get enough discussion. So that's what the next hour and a half is about. You guys ready?
Yep. Topic this week is circumcision.
Penises and how to fall in love with your own penis.
Circumcision. Well, my best circumcision story is when nobody thought Magellan would be able to complete his voyage.
Yada, da, 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 da. You get it?
Yeah, it took me a really long time.
circumnavigated the
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
because
Oh,
I'm stupid.
like, and then
I'm just gonna sit here and smoke my cigar.
it took basically what happened is
I
it
get
took
it.
several years for him to get his penis circumcised as he traveled around.
He went around the world. They took pieces everywhere he went.
Yeah.
Souvenir. Boing boing.
Yeah.
Why did
Boing,
you do boing
boing,
boing?
Because I'm like,
I know
like-
it's stretchy, but
Yeah.
why?
And then you lay
like
you lay a little piece of it
I'm
on,
so sorry, Aubrey.
I've
on the funny pages and you pull it back up.
always had to imagine like
I'm like, oh, look at that. It's Dilbert.
Oh no, it's Big Gilbert.
it's like I've always had to imagine what it looks like when it's
Big Dilbert.
I've always
Look, I'm making Garfield talk.
well because it's a flesh tube, right? So like when you cut it off, it must look like an uncooked piece of calamari, right?
Sure,
Like,
definitely.
Yeah, that's actually pretty apt, I think.
And you've done so many circumcisions.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm a moil. Where's this boy we're gonna circumcise?
Well, this got weird. How do we work? How do we work our way back to like a show that was happening?
How, guys, why are we?
Hey, pay a visit to the brissing booth.
Guys, we're fucked this week, I think.
You're gonna have to wait a minute. We have to get this under control.
It's under control.
Yeah, I think Aubrey's about to briss herself.
Oh, guys, I just had surgery. I'm not supposed to use these muscles.
You gotta take it easy here. Whoa.
Okay,
Settling back down.
There.
there we go.
Coming out of circumcision country.
Chris.
Circumcision country. Israel.
It's a Jeopardy question.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That's incorrect. Hurts to lose that one.
Correct answer was. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's the classic Alex Trebek. Who was that too? It was like a guy that got something wrong. And he looked like he should have gotten it because it was like some sort of a racial thing.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
Hurts to miss that one.
Ooh, hurts to miss. Yeah, I do.
It's like,
Oh yeah. Oh
hurts
yeah.
to miss that one.
Yeah. Oh god, it was so like it was so out of.
It was like a stereotype thing.
Yeah.
But it,
right.
You know what I mean?
Where like this guy should have got it. I feel like it was like he was an Indian guy.
Yeah,
and
it
it
was
was
an
like
Indian.
a question about something Indian.
Yeah.
And as a result, Alex goes, "Ooh, hurts to miss that one."
Oh my God.
Although to be fair,
Alex.
I'm sure out of context, I'm sure when they did the contestant interviews, he mentioned like something about his heritage or whatever. And,
Yeah.
like,
I would
I'm sure it
certainly
wasn't
hope so.
Yeah. My favorite I gotta show you guys after is the one I'll show you guys after. It doesn't matter. Anyway,
Yeah, nobody on the podcast can.
Yeah, they're
We
not
can't
going to
show the people.
no, we can't.
But we could take them there through imagination. Ooh.
Imagination. Look,
Why do we do ghost noises?
it's a
That sounds like Scooby Doo doing a ghost noise.
it's a clue.
Now you sound like a talking horse, or at least what I picture one sound like. Maybe it's because I'm a cowboy.
Anyway, it's a question about a guy. The clue is about Arthur Miller's The Crucible, which is the answer. Look it up. It's pretty great.
right.
Anyway,
Man, this used to be a podcast.
yeah. Hey, why are we fucked this week? Aubrey.
Oh, I have one, Chris.
You tried to stump her. She was ready.
I faked out both of
Boy,
you.
I feel like you feel like such a dick right now.
Man,
I'm so ready.
a tepid,
Oh, you already know. So,
turgid,
I do.
yeah. So,
uncircumcised member.
That's how you feel.
That's how I feel.
Well, no, Aubrey's not circumcised either.
no.
Fortunately.
Yeah, fortunately.
First of all, congrats.
Topic of the week: female circumcision.
Oh, that's such a bad thing.
Female genital mutilation.
I don't even want to think about it.
With apologies to everybody who has their genitals mutilated.
Yeah.
So we got to apologize to Israel again
Yeah,
now.
sorry.
As I laugh and smoke a cigar.
Yep.
Aubrey, why are we fucked?
We're fucked because today I was driving home talking to my mom on Bluetooth, and I went to hang up the phone. And instead of doing it like through my steering wheel, I did it on my phone because I have a phone holder.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I did it. But normally on my Bluetooth, if you're listening to music, it'll stop, and then you can talk, and then it'll start again
Yeah,
when
it
you
starts
hang
up.
up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys are not going to believe me probably, but for like 15 seconds, there was this like weird choral, deep, like demonic sounding music.
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Yeah, like that kind of shit. Okay, stop.
Yeah, like think like Doom 3 when you find that like pentagram in the office and
Oh,
there's
yeah.
candles set up all around you. You
Yeah.
hear that chanting.
I didn't know what was going on, like, because I was driving,
I'm
so I
imagining
couldn't
anyway.
mess with it.
This wasn't something else you were playing?
No, this was not what I was playing.
Why, that's just the Illuminati, Aubrey.
That's what I. Okay,
they're always
so
listening.
here's what goes through my head. I'm like, okay, what is this? Why isn't it stopping? Oh my God, they're watching me.
Oh shit, she's onto us. Quick, put Fallout Boy back
That's
on.
really creepy.
I was listening to Panic at the Disco. Thank you.
The Dark Lord condemns you to. What a beautiful wedding.
Attention, Ted Cruz.
Anyway.
You're the only one who can see this. Cease your investigations immediately.
Anyway, that's why I'm fucked, because it was actually legitimately terrifying.
No shit.
And all I could think was, I wish I had somebody in the car with me so that
To-
like to
to,
validate this
to
insane
validate
thing.
that this happened.
I believe you.
I believe you
It
too.
was just. Where did that voice come from?
Yeah, what if
It's
instead of
just me, Satan.
what if you didn't actually what if you didn't actually hang up and your mom just thought you hung up and then she put back on her devil
Right.
chants that she was listening to before
Aubrey.
you called?
This is me, Hillary Clinton. I need you to go to my pizza parlor.
Bring the children. Mephisto's been trying to put this deep chorus shit on me for centuries. Put Fallout Boy back on. I rock.
That's so weird. Like, I don't even understand why that would happen.
No, Ben said that maybe it picked up Bluetooth for something else.
That had to
It
be.
might
then I
have been
was like-
momentarily paired with something
and then
else
I was
in
like,
the area.
but who is listening to that? Because there was no words. It was just like choral music and
Yeah.
just like
Aleister Crowley,
it
obviously.
was really creepy.
Now,
so.
did you have the volume turned up really loud? Because I might have a.
Oh yeah, I forgot that part. The volume was turned up. I tried to turn it down. It would not turn down.
Oh, okay. That's really creepy.
Yeah.
So I was gonna say I have this thing on my Bluetooth where it'll pick up my Bluetooth and my satellite radio are linked. So like if I have the Bluetooth up all the way, because inevitably the stuff on my phone is quieter than the satellite radio. If I have music paused on my Bluetooth, I can hear the background from whatever satellite channel that I'm defaulted to.
That might be it. If
That could be part of it. But if
Well-
that doesn't explain why you wouldn't be able to turn it
No,
down.
it didn't turn down.
What would explain
What?
it is if the operating system or whatever front end is running that music, if it was frozen, if it was locked up and unresponsive, then a volume change wouldn't
matter.
affect it. Yeah.
I guess, but like I don't have satellite radio, so just like the default channel is just Sirius 1 or whatever.
Yeah, but like the whatever computer program or whatever operating system.
I
is
don't know.
With
It
your touch
sounded
screen.
like music with people singing. So
Why are
it
we
was-
bypassing the obvious explanation, which was it was the devil?
It's the Illuminati.
Yeah.
It was actually the real devil.
Can you put this over there
I
somewhere?
refuse to help you with this.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to do it.
Thank you.
So anyway, that's why I'm fucked.
Yeah, that's really creepy.
That is really,
yeah,
really
it was.
creepy.
It was.
You said it was like
genuinely-
15 seconds of
Yeah,
this?
it was a long. I mean, it felt like forever, but it could have only been like 15 seconds.
Yeah, like long enough, though.
long enough that it was like.
Aubrey, this is Steve Bannon.
You know what? Too, if it was freezing up, it might also have been having trouble resuming where it was, and so everything was just really slowed down.
It didn't sound like the song I was listening to at all. though.
No, but if something's slowed down enough, it sounds indistinguishable.
I chimed in wasn't finished yet.
Wow, guys.
Holy shit!
Your voice is really deep.
I got a really good devil voice.
Yes, you
I've been
do.
working on this for a long time. I used to do this.
Why?
I don't know, because it's funny.
Be like,
Can you say I am a monument to all your sins?
I am a monument to all your sins.
This is amazing. You have a hidden
I've been
talent.
working on this for years.
That's
Incidentally,
incredible.
It's never been practically useful.
That's what Republicans think NPR sounds like.
And that's why they're cutting their
I'm
funding.
Lakshmi Singh, and I'm Audie Cornish. Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, it's just all gothic bells. Dong, 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 dong.
Today on the Splendid Table, 15 ways to reuse leftover holiday Thanksgiving turkey. First, we're going to stuff our bird with the blood of a small child.
It's like metal riffs all over the whole thing.
Anyway,
Wow, that got weird.
Yes. Now,
Ben, no, Chris, you tell someone.
Hey, Ben, why are we fucked?
hey, we're fucked. So we're both fucked and we're not fucked. So we're not fucked because I learned recently that a study has just been wrapped up involving the frequency of returns or abandonments of shelter puppies that are adopted around Christmas.
Yeah.
And the result is there is no significant change around the holidays.
Really?
Oh.
okay.
The ASPCA has gone over these studies and they have said firmly that it is a myth. It's a myth that there's returned or abandoned puppies around Halloween. It just
Oh, shit.
you mean Christmas?
around Christmas. Thank you.
Christmas.
You know all those Halloween puppies everyone gets.
And in fact, now they are encouraging people to adopt around the holidays.
No shit.
Because, well, as long as the recipient knows they're getting a puppy, they're able to care for the puppy. But yeah, they say there isn't really any change in the rate around the holidays.
I mean, you're not just going to get
after the holidays.
A drunk homeless guy a puppy.
Well, you might.
Well, you might. I might.
Now they
might give him my dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
I would definitely give your dog away.
they add the qualifier though. It's still true though of rabbits around Easter. Rabbits are a lot more care than people think they are.
Oh, yeah.
And
I would love a bunny.
And yeah,
I know, they're cute.
getting bunnies around Easter. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of returns
Do
or
you want a
abandonments.
bunny for Easter?
I would love a bunny for Easter.
We have friends with buddies.
The only thing is I have a problem with having something in a cage all the time. So I would have to, like, the second I get home, I'd have to put him in that little bunny ball and let him run around.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. Also, because that's just the most adorable thing ever.
Yeah.
A rodent running around in a little ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just so he doesn't chew my fucking stereo.
Right.
Now, why we're fucked is in the trend of parents on YouTube being awful for the sake of views. There's a new prank I use very loosely going around where they'll
just a prank, bro.
their kids will be playing Fortnite and they'll just shut the TV off.
Yeah, you
classic
told us
dick
about this
move.
the other day.
It's a pretty good way to just wreck the trust between you and your child. And like people are trying to defend the parents by being like, oh well, the kid's like getting up and cussing and shouting and like
Yeah, it's because you're acting like a dickhead.
well, yeah, and he absolutely should. He absolutely should do those
If you
things.
teach your kids that they can't trust the stability of their environment in any way, they're only partially freaking out about the game.
Well, that and
Yeah.
if you show your kids that you don't give a shit about their hobbies and interests and don't respect it, then any respect you can expect from your kid goes right out the fucking window.
It's like I pointed out, it would be like me lighting the TV on fire while Dad's watching the Super Bowl.
Right.
Like we'll see how that goes. You know what I mean?
It's just not a cool thing for a person to do to a person.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if you have a rule with your kids where you're like, listen, in 10
Yeah,
minutes, I'm going to unplug this.
Yeah, right. That's a
Yeah.
different story. It's a different story if it's like, hey, asshole, you got a D in math.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get off the whatever.
I
Yeah.
know I
put
also
down the
got a
fork
D
knife.
in math, but
A game of Fortnite doesn't take that long. Finish up what you're doing, and then you got to do your homework.
Yeah.
But the difference is that this isn't even a form of discipline either. It's just a YouTube prank.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
From parents who don't understand that their children also deserve the respect of their free time.
I keep thinking about that Daddy of 5 shit.
Oh, I
yeah.
hate that so much.
Yep, that was the first thing that came to mind.
Yeah, which is like absolutely child abuse on some level.
Yeah, it definitely is.
yeah,
Just
and-
fucking screaming at your kids for no reason.
Yeah, or
Which, don't get me wrong.
use one kid to terrorize your other kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about that?
don't
That's
get me-
great.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I'm going to fucking ruin my kids, but I'm at least going to be more clever
At
than
least it'll be on accident, usually.
that. Right.
Usually.
I'm more clever than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to find really great ways to destroy their brain
Yeah.
deep back in there.
Like, they're going to be like getting their dinner plate, and I'll just be in the kitchen. I'll knock it out of their hand, and I'll go, ha ha, oops. And I'll clean this fucking shit up. I just walk away.
Or just serve them jelly beans and don't explain.
Yeah. Right. Here you go.
And then never do it again.
Yeah.
And then deny it ever happened.
Yeah. What are you talking about?
Remember when Dad served us jelly beans for dinner when we were like 8? No, that didn't happen.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Totally invalidate their entire childhood by doing something weird once.
Yeah.
But yeah, fucking respect your kids' free time and what they choose to do with it. That's some bullshit. That's absolute.
Yeah.
That's
it's not
absolute
cool.
bullshit.
Yeah. You wouldn't download a phone. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Sorry. I was gonna say you wouldn't like
download
it.
a phone?
Yeah, I don't know why.
You wouldn't download a phone.
What if I could?
You wouldn't eat a hoagie. You wouldn't call your dad.
You wouldn't file your taxes.
You wouldn't call a Smurf. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about.
You wouldn't feed your pets.
You wouldn't high five this old guy.
Dave, why are we fucked?
I don't know, man. I'm
right.
feeling pretty good.
All right.
There are some things. There was the one thing I wanted to talk about. There was the New York Times did a piece recently about the location services
New
on
York
your
Times.
phone. I'm sorry, the failing New York Times.
The failing
And nobody's talking about this.
Nobody's talking about
Nobody's talking
this.
about this.
You know,
New York Times
I
is
just
falling
hear another
apart.
time. Some people say that he's innocent, and those people are me. And no one's talking about this, by the way.
Those people are me. Yeah, so they did a piece about the location services you offer up on your phone, which everyone knows they're giving up their location on their phone, right? Like,
Yeah, I keep mine off.
well, yeah, exactly. You have to turn it off, and if you don't, like, they ask you to turn it on. So if you have it on, you know you're sharing your location, right?
Yeah.
But what they found is that, like, we don't realize exactly how often we're sharing our location and what that can be used for. And there's two podcasts that I listen to for the news, and the one is the New York Times The Daily podcast. So they did like an abbreviated breakdown of this.
That's the best name they could come up with was the Daily Podcast.
It's The Daily.
All right.
It's the name of the podcast.
Okay then.
It's just John Daly, the golfer, drinking Bloody Marys at 7 in the morning.
And occasionally reading the news. I don't know. I think it's a worthwhile article to read, but like the takeaway is basically they can make out a lot about you based on where you go.
Oh
Yeah.
sure.
Like you don't really think like it's like, okay, I want location services on my phone because it helps me with things. It helps me, use my maps. It tells me when there's like a sale nearby. There's all this, stuff that, if I Google something, it tells me things that are nearby me, which is useful.
Yeah.
See, I never have it on because I like my battery life.
That's a good
Yeah,
point.
I never have it on.
Because they pull your location sometimes as
Also
often
because
as
it
every
barely works on my phone.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't work perfectly all the time, but they can find out where you are like every 20 seconds. Which means they can also tell how long you're at places.
Yeah.
Which means they can know like more about what you really like and what you don't. Like the amount of information they have on us is actually kind of alarming.
It is, but I like to shove that back into the deep recesses of my mind.
Yeah, but also I want to know where the nearest handles is.
It's like, yeah, I value my privacy, but
Ice cream.
But
ice cream.
savings.
Yeah. So I don't know. That kind of alarmed me a little bit.
It's
Anyway.
it's a double-edged sword because like on the one hand it's like yeah I'm concerned that they're tracking my every move, but on the other hand like I'd hate to be the poor bastard who's tracking my every move.
Yeah, right.
Right.
Yeah, honestly.
I don't do anything interesting.
No.
Yeah, I went to the grocery store today and then came home. So,
Right.
Yeah,
go ahead and track me, Satan. Oh, yeah, I know you already are.
yeah, right. I mean, like,
This isn't Satan, it's Hillary Clinton. I saw you were checking out that 2 for $5 special over at Dairy Queen. That's great. Say, do you have any children that you can bring to the nearest pizza parlor? If you don't, can you
Pizza
find
parlor.
some? Bill is devoid of life and needs the blood of the youth. Delicious child blood. Bring it to the local pizzeria. Take it to Little Caesars. Pokemon go to the polls.
yeah, so that's that. I don't have a lot to say about it, but it was kind of alarming. I think it's a good read. You might want to check it out.
Yeah.
Good read.
I think the article had a name something like "Your apps know where you were last night."
Something
and
like,
they're not keeping
Hey,
quiet about it.
douchebag. Turn your location off, fat ass.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's worth reading because they can actually I don't think we always fully realize the big picture of what they can do with this data.
Yeah.
Oh, I've read a lot about that, and I like my pictures. I have the geotag or whatever
right.
turned off. I don't.
Yeah, because they can use all this
Yeah,
stuff.
because I take a lot of pictures of. I mean, I take a lot of pictures in general, and a lot of them are not of me.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna put anyone else in jeopardy.
And the big thing is
Right.
they sell this information, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Which is one thing, and
They're
then
selling this information.
they're selling it around.
They're selling it to Democrats.
They're selling it to
me.
And we all know that Democrats. I'm sorry, I don't know.
You know, we all know. No one's talking about this.
No one is talking about this. And
They're all foreigners.
I'm trying to follow Psychic Pebble's advice on how to do the Trump
Yeah,
impression,
me too.
which is basically just like make your mouth really small and then use really long A's.
Yeah. I
And
think that's accurate.
And
and then throw like, and no one is talking about this.
Right, that's the best part.
He's throwing little I think
Everyone knows, and no one's talking
It's
about
fine.
it.
I think a lot of people think that Michael Flynn is innocent. Some people are saying that he lied, and some people are saying that he didn't lie. So nobody's talking about this. And
There was something I was going to say, but I forget. I don't know. But it was,
must not have been that important.
it was like,
Maybe
damn it, it was good too. No, yeah. The main thing they focused on was the weather app.
Yeah,
Like the Weather
that never
Channel
fucking
app.
works anyway. It
right.
never works.
Yeah,
it's terrible.
I've never had it, but apparently a ton of people have it, and no one realized it was asking for their location every 20 fucking seconds.
All of the experience of having a real meteorologist right in your pocket.
Yeah, right. Yeah, seriously, it's fucking terrible. It never even works.
Yeah, but I mean, apparently it was responsible for gathering a lot of this location data.
Man.
Anyway, that's it.
All right, I'll tell you why I'm fucked this week. I'm fucked because fucking ever since 9/11 or whatever. No, seriously.
Never forget.
Whatever.
Roll with me here, all right? In the fucking modern age, I can't place a deposit into somebody's account without showing my ID for some reason. Isn't that weird?
It's kind of weird.
It's not like you're taking money out.
I'm giving somebody money into their account.
What if it's terrorism money used for drugs?
Right.
Okay, like I went to deposit in my father-in-law's account. I went to deposit some money to him for
Morty.
oh god. Oh, sorry.
All right.
No, Trisha wanted to give him was giving him money for Christmas presents
Okay.
for something that
God.
they picked up.
I didn't parse that right. I keep confusing father-in-law with stepfather.
No.
I've been doing that more and more the older I get.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's easy to do. I think you get those mixed up.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was depositing money into his account, and Huntington was like, I waited in line at the bank. Incidentally, I'm doing this morning, so I got to get over to Dad's.
Right. You got things to do.
Yeah.
You can't be at the bank all goddamn day.
No, I gotta-
Sorry, I'm late, Dad.
Sorry, I'm
making
late,
a quick
Dad.
deposit.
Oh, it's no big deal, son. I can't go anywhere anyway because I have terrible back problems right now.
Wow, Dad, that's really sad. I hope we're not both laughing about this right now.
No, no, we're definitely not. Trust me, I'm not laughing because I can't move right. Wow, Dad, that's really terrible. Let's get you to the doctors right away.
Oh, son, let's do that. I love you so much. You're so thoughtful and important to me.
I love you too, Dad. I'm sorry I was late. I was at the bank and this cunt wouldn't take the money that I was trying to get.
Wow, she sounds like a real bitch, son.
Yeah, she was a fucking whore. In fact, if I didn't have to be here, I was going to jump the counter and cut her fucking throat.
More like Kennedies.
Son, that's really fucked up. You shouldn't do that.
I know, Dad. Sorry, sometimes I just let the mania come out of me. No, it's fucking annoying.
Mania.
The mania. It's really fucking annoying. I got all the way up there and I have the money. I have the account. Yeah. First of all, Trisha tried to do it the other day.
Yeah.
And she's like, I got his social. I know his name. I don't know the account number. They wouldn't fucking do it. They needed the account number. So it's like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow morning. Had the account number, brought it in, and they're like, oh, I need your ID. And I'm like, you need my ID?
Yeah.
Like I said, no, I'm depositing this money.
Right.
And she's like, yeah, I know. We just need to take a snapshot of your ID. And I'm like, all right. So I went to.
But why?
Right, exactly. So I went to go out in the car, and of course I forgot my ID
Well, it's like
at
you
home.
said, if it's like terrorist money or if the transaction needs to be used in a criminal investigation later.
Okay, sure,
Because
but I'm a fat guy. Fat guys don't do anything wrong unless they're pedophiles. And I'm too fucking lazy to be a pedophile.
That's your only qualifier.
You know what?
Yeah.
You might want to revisit the way you just said that.
No, seriously, fat guys. What do fat guys get accused of?
Yeah.
Unless you're Chris Christie, but he's like an anomaly.
Yeah.
Oh, we let all those people die.
Well, I mean, Ted Cruz is the Zodiac killer.
Fatty
Ted
Arbuckle
Cruz
killed that woman.
is the Zodiac killer.
Well,
Fatty Arbuckle killed that woman
That's
with
right.
sex.
Yeah, but
And
when
then
was that like?
Ted Kennedy killed that other woman.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
With the opposite of sex.
Right.
With Ted Kennedy.
Yeah.
With just by existing next to Ted
Just by being Ted Kennedy killed her. He killed her with his anti-sex.
We went over that bridge. That was actually the last time I was in Washington, D.C. We took like a little bus tour, and they were like, "Oh, here's the bridge where Ted Kennedy killed that hooker." It was like this dude just threw it out. He's just like,
said it?
"Yeah," he's just like, "Yeah, this is the bridge where Ted Kennedy, was with that hooker, and she died right here."
Great tour guide.
Cool. Yeah, right. Yeah, I thought so.
Hey, Johnny, stop here. Hey, if any of y'all want to buy me another bottle of liquor, I'll show you the secret Kennedy escape tunnels he smuggled Marilyn Monroe in.
It's so weird.
Ted's not that smart. Ted's more like, "You want to see how fast I can go?
Yeah.
Give me some more mescaline."
Yeah, Ted Kennedy's just got a bottle over his head and a foot on the accelerator. Just that red Kennedy face.
Red Dead Kennedy, too.
What a cruel joke that family has had played on them by the Cosmos.
Yep.
Yeah.
Everybody in
The Cosmos or the ghost of their dead sister that they had lobotomized.
That's that's right.
I read that story.
Yeah, that's got to be
Kennedy
it.
shame.
They're-
Yeah.
The Kennedy shame. The dead is the only one that survived. The most useless Kennedy is the one that made it.
Is this the evilest show we ever did?
Out of all those beautiful
Possibly.
people, Ted's the one that survived. That would be like if I was born into the Armstrong family and like my brother Neil trained his whole life to be an astronaut, and then somehow he died of leukemia, and they sent me into space for some reason,
And you fucked it all
and I
up.
fucked it all up, and then I crashed the spacecraft.
Started a war with the Klingons while you're up
You
there.
got peanut butter all over the controls. I don't know. Where's I can't read the buttons. There's peanut butter on everything. And then you just blow up in space.
And somehow I survived with the hooker that I had with me. Falls back down to her.
In a parachute in spacesuits.
I land fine gently in the Pacific Ocean. She's liquefied in her suit.
She makes it almost all the way and then lands on her neck.
I have to sweep it under the rug.
We did get to the moon this time, but trust me, just give us another $100 million and we'll get there.
Nixon has to give a speech. It seems that the hooker that we sent into space to explore in peace has, because of massive peanut butter overload, has died in a fiery death.
In many pieces.
Wow.
That's horrible. So I'm just saying, like, it's really annoying that you have to show your ID.
Wow, that just
Yes. Now that's the three dudes show I love.
that's three dudes quality right there.
Three dudes quality. Make a bad point often and frequently.
All right, guys, we will be back momentarily with As Bad As It Gets, and then the topic this week.
All right.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
More tea. All right. We'll be back in a minute.
Hey, guys, you've been listening to and enjoying the Three Dude Cast.
We hope you've been enjoying it anyway, but if you have, mash that like button.
Yeah, smash that fucking like button.
It looks like a heart on SoundCloud, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
And if you really want to hear more of our stuff,
You can subscribe to us.
Yeah, or rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
And we're everywhere. SoundCloud, everywhere.
we're always with you.
Always.
Willing and fully erect.
And we're back.
And we're back.
Hey, guys, welcome to my segment of the show, which I like to call
Ready, willing,
Smoking
and fully erect.
and Drinking.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Smoking and drinking.
Smoking and drinking. So, Aubrey, what are you smoking? Anyway,
Oh, I forgot they can't see me staring blankly at him.
no, it's time for As Bad As It Gets.
I'm very excited.
We've only done this once so far. And I'm looking- Please don't sue us, NBC.
Honestly, if we got content flagged somewhere for doing an impression of that song, we'd be doing pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. It's as bad as it gets. It's not smoking and drinking. We don't do that anymore. You silly bitch.
Animals.
You goddamn fools.
You fucking corporate whores.
Stupid.
Disease-ridden, filthy prostitutes. This week on As Bad as It Gets, I would like to talk about the worst possible marriage proposals. I want you guys to build for me the worst possible way to propose to somebody. So that includes location, setup, how you're going to do this, how do I want to, what you use in substitute as of a ring.
Yeah,
if
right.
you choose to do that.
This is so much fun.
I want everybody to build for me the worst possible marriage proposal.
I've been looking forward to this game
Okay,
for weeks.
I've got a good base.
I'm trying to think of something. We did sandwich, which was like a good precursor to start.
A good first course.
A good first course, as it were. I wanted to get a little more complicated in some of
Okay.
these. So I want you guys to build the worst possible marriage proposal.
All right. It's 2 a.m.
Okay.
Burglars have just broken into my house. It's nighttime, obviously. My girlfriend is sleeping next to me, and I've just woken up with a loud fart.
Not the burglars that woke you up.
No.
Is it your own
The fart woke me up, and that's how I know the burglars are here.
All right, so the fart. Is it your fart? The dog's
Oh,
fart?
it's my fart.
Okay.
It's huge. It's continuing as I'm marveling that it's still going on. And she's also woken up now.
Okay. And then because you woke up from the fart, the burglars was like, what the fuck was that?
Right, yeah. So they're spooked, but I'm spooked too, so I keep farting. Right? So I'm quacking my way to the door. But it's then as I unlock and open the door, I realize I have no weapon.
You're right. Yeah.
I'm defenseless against these guys. So I shut the door again and I kneel against it and start crying. They hear this, so they're no longer afraid.
Okay.
Meanwhile, she's very afraid because
Yeah.
she realizes I'm doing nothing to protect her or our property.
You are no longer a man at this point.
Yes.
You are a 4-year-old child that she now needs to protect.
I'm now her responsibility somehow. We sit in the bedroom and wait for them to continue looting the rest of my things. This is when I realize love is the most important thing. We may not have my TV or most of my living room
My
furniture.
brand new Xbox or my guitar.
Right. But we have each other.
Yeah.
So naturally, I reach into my pocket and I find a dirty old Band-Aid. And I crawl to the side of the bed, still farting, of course, and say, "Girlfriend, I want you to have this. All we have is each other." And I mean now literally all we have is each other because they just took all my things. So will you marry me? And I slip the dirty Band-Aid on her finger.
So she says yes.
Naturally. She says,
Of course.
Are you going to say no to that?
Fucking of course.
that's my proposal.
That's perfect.
Yeah. What else is there?
What else is there? There's your stuff.
The front door is probably still wide open.
Yeah, right.
But
Your dog is doing nothing.
no, he's doing nothing to stop this.
Your dog's fight or flight response has him in the
he's-
neighbor's yard.
Yeah, he's outside with the burglars. And he's like, "Hey, play. Are you guys here to play?"
And somehow they take everything but the dog.
So you're left with your girlfriend, a dirty Band-Aid,
Yeah, dirty
and
Band-Aid
the dog.
And the dog.
And shitty undies.
Your ex-girlfriend.
No,
My
fiance.
Yes, of course.
Ex-girlfriend, fiance. I mean, what's the difference, right? You know,
Right.
it's all the same.
Not
She's
that.
technically not your girlfriend anymore. After you're engaged. That's
an old-
right.
That's a Scott Ackerman joke. It was so sad.
is there?
He always says, "I was so sad to break up with Kulop before I could." Well, if we're gonna be married, I had to break up with her. I can't have a girlfriend and a fiance. Anyway, that's mine.
Aubrey, what's your perfect proposal?
Okay.
Worst proposal.
So
Worst
it's,
proposal.
yeah, so it's
Worst.
not me. Like, so let's just pretend this is two other people because it's weird for me to say that I'm proposing. I know that's not weird in today's day and age, but I just want it to be like that. Okay. Picture New Jersey.
All right, off to a horrible start here.
Yeah.
Between the two, I think I'm taking Dave's proposal right off the bat.
Because it doesn't happen in Jersey. Okay.
It happens in comfy old Youngstown, right? Because that's so much better.
It is leagues better than Jersey.
I've been to Jersey too.
It's terrible.
This couple is on a meat packing plant tour.
Okay.
Okay.
Romantic.
Yeah. He's with his
Because he's going to pack his meat into her later, if you know what I'm saying.
Oh my God.
It's a tour. They're gonna tour this.
A 3-hour tour.
This guy thinks that it's a good idea to have his best friend along.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a winner right there.
Yeah, to take pictures and stuff. Just when it's ready. Okay. So they're walking through the meat packing tour. They get out into the smoggy, filthy city. I don't know which city it is.
The city of New Jersey.
The city of New Jersey.
The dystopian urbanscape that is New Jersey.
Whatever's the meat packingest place in New Jersey.
All of New Jersey.
Beefsburg.
So the best friend is pretending to take pictures of stuff. And the girl's like, hey, let's go this way. And the guy gets on his knee and he pulls out a pork anus. That he grabbed at the meat plant.
That he stole?
That he stole from the meat.
It's just one long chitterling.
No, I mean the actual anus.
Oh, the actual, this is the ring, the O ring.
This is the ring. Yeah.
The pig's asshole.
The best friend, to get the girl's attention, starts playing Journey on a recorder.
Yeah.
Side note, I don't like Journey, so that's why I picked Journey.
Oh, it's bad for a lot of reasons.
She turns around, sees the pork butt, says, will you marry me? She pukes on him.
Cause I'm picturing him with an X-Acto knife cutting out.
Yeah, I don't know how he got it.
Well, you're also just in the
Somebody had
slaughterhouse district, right?
Somebody had already cut that pork anus out, and I don't know why.
Why not?
Because it's New Jersey.
It's good frying.
It's a souvenir.
Okay. Anyway. She pukes on him, and then I guess that's it. I can't think of anything
She say
else.
yes?
Yeah, what did she say?
Oh.
She didn't say anything because she's covered in vomit.
Yeah, she's covered in vomit. She didn't say anything.
Has he just slid this pork anus on her finger anyway?
Yeah, I think she's like projectile vomiting, and he's just putting it on her finger anyway because that's the kind of couple they seem to be.
Yeah.
Pork anus, the other white wedding.
Da, 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 da.
I can picture all of this.
Yeah.
I made a fart noise too.
Yeah,
Okay,
as it's getting put, there's like.
the last fart that pig had squeezed out.
It's
really
for
like
love.
I like the idea that if you slide a pig asshole that's removed from a pig onto your finger, it farts when you do it.
Yeah.
Every
All right,
time.
it wasn't that good, but that was the best
No,
I have.
I like that a lot.
You take the ring off to get it resized. It goes.
He's got to tighten that sphincter a little bit.
You put it back on after it's resized. The fart's louder.
Now, how could that possibly happen? It must be the riddle of the sphincter.
The only ring that you have to take to like a butcher to get resized.
I almost
like a loop.
said you resize it with Kegels, but that's a vagina.
All right. Well, pigs can work out their assholes too.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
guess
Kegels-
you could put
Kegels have plenty
Kegel.
of-
I guess you could
Look
put
at
Kegel
Donald
balls
Trump.
in your ass.
What?
What?
You guys went two different, very weird directions.
Yeah, we did.
All right, moving on.
I like it.
Ben, what's your worst proposal?
All right. So picture this, Aubrey. We're driving back.
Now it's you guys.
Now it's
you guys.
Okay.
We're driving back from seeing the magnificent and romantic La Brea tar pits.
Oh, I would go there.
We've lost several of our personal possessions, including our phones,
In the tar pits?
in the tar pits.
Sure.
So we gotta drive back. I've also lost my wallet. But we managed to.
Threw it right in the tar pits.
But
Didn't even lose it. You're just like, oh, let's make a wish. Oh,
out
this whole wall in it.
somewhere out in Nevada, we run out of gas, and so we gotta push the car to the nearest garage. But with luck, there is a greasy spoon diner right there. We just don't happen to notice right away that it's just a regular Denny's. It just looks like shit.
So like any Denny's.
Well, like even more like shit than usual.
Even
right?
shittier Denny's.
Denny's. Okay.
So while we're waiting for the car to get fixed, we're going in. I said it was out of gas, didn't I? We blew a flat. While we're waiting for the car to get fixed, we have to go into this place. It's just desert everywhere, and it's just this rundown Denny's with God knows what fluids covering every surface.
You walk in and it's just automatically sticky.
Well, we walk in. Not only
I can
is
imagine the
sticky-
fluids.
Yeah.
Not only is it automatically sticky, not only is the only machine in there just like an old ColecoVision hooked up to like a TV that's like as big as my head, but like it also happens to be the meeting of the local Klan chapter.
Over like breakfast? Having pancakes in their robes and robes?
Let's say it's like 2 a.m.
Moon's over my hands.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like 2 a.m. and the local, Barstow, Nevada Ku Klux Klan is like.
They call it the Klan Slam.
It's got rat
Why,
poison
yes.
in it.
It's two chocolate chip pancakes.
It's like a bunch of white pancakes, and then you throw 2 brown ones in the garbage.
It's like a pasta arm that they've tied 2 pancakes to.
They believe in egg white supremacy, and that's no yoke.
Boo.
So there's like one booth. We have to share it with 2 other sweaty, gross Klansmen, right? And the waitress is terrible. She's got like a gap in her front teeth, so she spits every time she talks. Every time she talks, it's just like a little just like little jet just comes out and like lands on her shirts, and she gets right about like, how you doing, sweetheart? and it's just every S, every T, it just squirts
We
out
get
like a water pistol. So
It's like a water pick, just every time she opens her mouth.
the food takes an hour to come out, and in the meantime, a fist fight breaks out between 2 of the Klansmen behind us, and so we're getting bumped from behind, right? And eventually, we get the stuff. We just put it in our backpack, and we get out of there. Our luggage. We just dump it in our luggage, and we just get out of there. And out front, while the Klan's brawling in there, I pull out a gift card I secretly bought inside. I say, so how about it? You want to get hitched? We're like 40 minutes from Vegas.
Wait, you pull out like a Denny's gift card?
Yeah, it's like
Denny's.
it's like a $10 Denny's gift card.
I'm picturing
So how
one
about
that
it?
you didn't even activate. You just took it from the
Yeah,
counter.
because
Yes.
you threw your wallet in the La Brea tar pit.
Right.
You were never even able to pay for this Denny's meal, and you stole.
We snuck out during the fist fight.
Right.
How about it?
We're like 40 minutes.
What do you say?
We're like 40 minutes from Vegas. How about it? You want to? What the hell, right?
You have the ring?
YOLO.
I mean,
But what did she say?
I wouldn't say no.
As bad as that was.
Yeah, it
wouldn't
could
say
be
no.
worse.
I could actually have been a part of that meeting.
But the thing I guess we haven't really totally considered, and it's I guess super relevant, is you got to tell that engagement story over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, the sweaty Klansman leaned against me, and I went, "Get out of here!" And then we snuck out. I stole this gift card.
And then I got down on bended knee and I said, "Aubrey, my love." She's like, "No, you didn't." You said, "So how about it? Vegas is like 40 minutes from here."
That's a really good one. I like it. What do you got, Chris? You started this thing.
So here's what I'm saying. We take a nice vacation to Puerto Rico.
Okay.
And during this vacation, I just get loaded the whole time. There's no. It's like her just babysitting me the entire time. I'm just hammered, and we end up at this Burger King in Puerto Rico.
Sure.
Yeah, as you
That's where you
do.
want to go for a good Burger King.
El Rey de los Burgers. Burgers.
She's like, let's go out and get dinner. And I'm like, I want a Whopper. So it's just like, I make her take me to Burger King. I'm fucking hammered. I'm carrying tequila around everywhere.
Days of
You
this.
demand a paper crown.
So she's like, no. She like takes the bottle away from me, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, no, you're gonna get some water. And she gives, she goes up and we're waiting for a Burger King to come. She gets me a glass of water, but it's Puerto Rican water. So I take a big drink of this water, and immediately I get obnoxious diarrhea.
Okay. As opposed to that more tame, quieter diarrhea we're all used to.
Yeah, right. Yeah, this is like Puerto Rican diarrhea. This is worse than normal diarrhea. I don't know if you've ever eaten a lot of Puerto Rican food.
I have.
To say nothing of drinking the water, I have no idea
Yeah,
what
right.
that is
It's
all
terrible.
about.
Incidentally, the entire reason we took this trip is so I could propose to her. But I lost the ring out at the bar one night, just like in a poker game. It's like,
traded it
fuck.
for
Not even accidentally, but like you bet it.
Exactly. Like I'm at this Burger King and I'm drinking the water, and now it's like, oh no, I have to shit. So I can't find the bathroom because everything's written in Spanish, and I can't.
And somehow the word baño has left your brain.
No. So I end up in the ball pit, and I'm just shitting myself everywhere.
Sounds like a nice Burger
Yeah,
King.
and I'm trying to hide it from the fact that all the people in there. I don't want them to know that I'm shitting myself. And she's just like out front, and they deliver the food to us. And when they hand me the Whopper, I'm just like, hey, wait, what do you think?
Wait, so you opened? Okay, for the people who are listening,
I opened
you
the Whopper
opened the
case.
top of the Whopper.
I opened the top. No, I opened the little cardboard box that the Whopper's in. Like, hey, what do you think? You think like you and me? You wanna? And I'm shitting while I'm doing this.
Right? Yeah, which she knows.
But she, has known me long enough that
Yeah,
she could speak drunk me, and she knows that I want to marry her right there.
Aw.
And it just so happens that Manuel, who delivered me my Whopper, is also the town chaplain. And he can marry us right there.
Right there.
Right there. She says no, by the way.
Well, yours is the one where she definitely
No, she
says
definitely
no.
said no. In fact, she's leaving me in Puerto Rico by the end of this.
I like very much the thought that you open the burger.
Yeah.
Like to be like, look, there's onions,
There's a pickle?
ketchup.
They
Oh,
put-
you could have used an onion.
I could have. They put tomatoes on, even though I said no tomatoes.
In the same way that these ingredients marry in an only matrimony flavor, I hereby propose that we turn this bitch into Flavor Town.
What do you say, babe? You be my flame broiled babe? Huh?
You want
to
to
be my flame broiled baby?
you want to have me my your way?
Yeah, you want
You want to have me my your way.
Say, babe, let's be a couple pickles. Get here, chum.
you want me to give you some extra pickles? You know what I'm talking about?
I love you.
I would get out and hug you, but I'm covered in shit.
Say, please don't make me stand up. Don't make me stand up.
Don't tell Manuel I'm in here.
I lost my paper crown. It's in the shit pit.
Man, tell me how to give me the paper crown.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
That was great.
That's fucked up.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have a headache from laughing. And we're just like
We're not even at the topic
I
yet,
know,
guys.
we're not even at the top.
Right?
Yeah. All right. Let's dig right into this shit here. All right.
Ooh, all right, let's do it.
Topic this week. I wanted to talk about abandoned dreams.
Oh boy.
I want to talk about dreams and aspirations that you had when you were younger that were silly, or maybe not silly, but the stuff that you wanted to do that didn't come to fruition, and give me maybe an explanation as to why.
Oh man. This is
I mean this in the lightest possible way. I don't want this to turn into a
Yeah.
depression fest.
Well-
I want it to be like when I was 5, I wanted to be an astronaut.
yeah.
And then, you know what I mean?
Then I realized I'm like not nearly tall enough or qualified
Right.
any other way.
Also, I'm an alcoholic, and they don't let us up into space.
Okay, we could do that.
Yeah.
I remember my earliest career that I wanted to do was I wanted to be a marine biologist.
Yeah. Because of that Seinfeld episode, right?
A marine.
I've never really watched Seinfeld.
I'm just fucking with you.
A marine biologist.
A marine biologist. That's right.
Well, what made you want to be a marine biologist other than the fact that, like, fish are neat?
Fish are neat. I've always really liked the ocean. I've never been shy around the water. I've never been afraid of swimming or anything like that.
Okay.
And also, like, I don't know, there was something really neat about the idea that, like, you know, when I'm not out on the ocean, like, by day, I can just be in like a neat science lab by the sea. And then when I'm out on the sea, my boat's also a science lab. Like, I get all these cool computers and things.
That's pretty sweet.
I watched one or two, like, you know, Jacques Cousteau things where they'd go sailing out, like, you know, fuck it, let's suit up, let's film some fucking fish.
Yeah, right.
You know, I always thought it was really neat, and then I realized how really fucking terrifying the ocean is.
It really is.
And you know, the Pacific Ocean's got fucking earthquakes and shit. The Atlantic Ocean's got hurricanes.
Yeah.
And then everything underneath, you've got, like, you know, your nice pleasant fish that are closer to the surface. You know, they're like pretty angelfish and whatever, and they'll do all that. But then, like, the deeper you get, the weirder shit gets, and the more it wants to kill you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after a while, it's just like, you know what?
Nah.
Maybe not my thing, you know? But, you know, I still really, really like anything involving the ocean or involving water in general really kind of sets me at ease.
Yeah.
And I think that was kind of what sort of drew me to that eventually. I also just really like the idea of science labs and science labs on the go.
Me too. I just want to be surrounded by beakers and instruments and shit. Like, that always seemed cool. That beaker too. He's all right.
Having like a command center, you know?
Yeah.
That shit's cool.
It's like I feel like as a kid, like all the like the things I saw on TV that seemed cool and exciting were like science related.
For me, it was Jurassic Park. It was that control room in Jurassic Park. I was like, man, I want to work. I want to be at the hub. I want to be like talking, you know, to all the teams out there and, like, you know, have a big map of the thing on my computer, on my CRT monitor,
Right.
on, you know, Windows 95.
Yeah, because Chris Pratt's job fucking sucks in the Jurassic Park universe.
Well,
We gotta
isn't he-
handle the dinosaurs.
Isn't he like a T-Rex or a Velociraptor trainer?
Yeah, he's a handler. Who the fuck wants to do that?
I don't know. He lived. That sounds fucking rad. They didn't eat him. That sounds like a great job.
I mean, he was really passionate about his job, and I respect that. But, like,
But also, I value my fingers.
yeah, true.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
my whole arm.
but like, big difference though. Chris Pratt lived in his movie. Samuel L. Jackson did not.
I was gonna say, speaking of arms, right? You know what I'm talking about?
What?
Sam Jackson lost his arm
Sam
in that
Jackson's
movie.
arm, yeah. Remember,
yeah.
it just like kind of falls on Laura Dern's shoulder.
That's
and,
right.
Oh, thank God it's you! And then walks away with a fucking bloody stump at the end of the arm.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome. Not for him though. He died.
No, he's
obviously.
definitely dead.
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson is in real life dead because of this incident. Fucking torn up by velociraptors.
I always thought that kind of stuff was cool as a kid too. Like
That
not
was
even
my
necessarily
earliest
not even necessarily like stuff at sea, but definitely science.
Yeah.
I liked space.
Space
Yeah.
is so
I never
cool.
wanted to be an astronaut, but I had a telescope and I wanted to be an astronomer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool job.
Yeah.
And then math got in the way.
Yeah, fuck math.
Yeah,
You need a lot of math to be an astronomer.
I found by far the most fascinating class I ever took in college was an astronomy lab course.
Oh, really?
And we did
Astronomy
things,
lab.
Yeah, and we did things like calculate the orbit of Venus. Like
man.
exactly how much time it takes for Venus how much time it would take this year for Venus to pass one you know what I mean?
Fun fact.
One Venus year cycle.
Fun fact,
It's really cool.
a day on Venus lasts longer than a year. It takes longer for the planet to rotate than it does for it to revolve around the sun.
That's interesting.
Right?
I didn't know that.
It's crazy. It's astronomy is really cool. I always liked hanging out in Ward Beecher because, like, there's so much science going on
Yeah.
there.
So much science.
So much science.
There's just science all over the walls.
Science happens at Ward Beecher.
The science that no one's talking
And
about.
no one is talking about
the science.
how good Ward Beecher is.
You crack open one of these geodes. What do you find? Everyone knows this. No one's talking about this.
What are we talking
There's
about?
all kinds of glittery things inside the geode.
Right. You know what they are?
Fake news media says geodes are dinosaur eggs. I disagree.
And we can all agree, except for the Democrats.
And the failing New York Times.
Yeah, but no, I was into that. I don't know if I ever really considered it as a career, even though like astronaut is like one of the big childhood things. I don't think I ever considered astronaut.
No.
I mean, I wanted to go to space camp, but that was just from watching Nickelodeon.
What kid didn't want to go to space?
Yeah,
Right.
Here's the
exactly.
problem. I had friends who went to space camp.
Yeah.
They don't let you do anything cool until you're like your 4th year in space.
Yeah, I
camp.
remember
It's
you
like
saying
Scientology.
Yeah.
It's not cool until
like
you're like
Scientology.
until you're like $500,000 in.
Yeah. Until you
Right.
sign a
that. Dave,
billion
is
year
your thing
contract.
smoking?
Yeah, the vape kind of keeps going.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is that
I punctured a hole in it. So
Yeah, it's a bomb. We're gonna die. No big deal. Did you watch the Charlie Brown space special when you were a kid?
I don't think so.
They did this cool. They had a cool.
Yeah, that's right.
Everyone's doing the Charlie Brown dance.
Not me.
They had a cool like the Charlie Brown gang in the International Space Station.
You're a fucking cocksucker, Charlie Brown.
Charlie Brown, you dumb bald child.
He's got one hair on his head.
that's true.
Your dad's a drug addict, Charlie Brown.
Oh my god.
Charlie Brown, your sense of fashion is detestable.
Oh come on, he dresses better than like 90% of the kids on that
Yeah.
show.
He's just got that one jaggedy stripe.
Yeah, but everyone else still dresses like they're in the fucking 50s. Charlie Brown's
it is
outfit
the
at
50s
least.
for them.
Pigpen's homeless.
Pigpen is literally homeless.
He's got like a fly and dirt around him at all times. That poor kid. It's like the fucking. It's like he's in the Dust Bowl and everyone else is in the 50s.
Yeah.
He's like way back.
But they were on the ISS. Who
Yeah, it was
fucking
cool.
approved that?
I have no idea who let a bunch of children be in charge of the ISS, but that was the Charlie Brown special. And they were showing how like space showers work and stuff, and like vacuuming water off of their arms and stuff. And it was cool. That was one of the things where I was like, oh yeah, I kind of would love to go to space, and never will get to.
Yeah, I do not want to go to space.
When
but-
was the moment that you changed your mind about it?
Me?
Yeah. Just anybody in
space?
general. Like, when did you decide, like, you know what? No, this isn't for me.
Yeah.
about for the astronomer thing about middle school. But the first thing I ever wanted to be was a vet. And then
That's
I
rough.
got old enough to realize that animals die and I would have to kill them.
You got to do it. People bring that job to you.
Yeah.
Kill my dog.
So
Which is sad, but it's,
yeah, I mean you have
Kill
to.
that dog.
Right.
Gotta
You
get
got that meat.
Oh,
But
God.
that's part of having a pet is you got to
It
be
is.
like compassionate about when it goes down. You know?
Exactly. So that was probably like before I even started school. I was like, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Because I had some deaths in my family early on, so I
Yeah.
knew about that stuff.
It's pretty traumatic. Like even just to go and take your dog, let alone be the person that's got to do it. It has to be hard.
Yeah. Oh, I've gone through taking a dog and two dogs and a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah. And then the other big thing I always wanted to be was an actress, and I know lots of people say that, but I really thought I could be good at it. And
I bet you could.
I still think I probably could, but I'm getting old now.
Yeah.
And I gave up on that when I was about 14 when I tried out for a play and I didn't get it, and I never tried out for anything again because I have no self-esteem.
Hey, Alan Rickman didn't get into acting until his mid 40s.
Neither did Daniel Day-Lewis was older, too.
Yeah.
And he's like the best actor ever.
Guys, I'll have you know I was a pretty phenomenal actor in the elementary school play about the Emperor Penguin and Christmas. I played the Emperor Penguin.
Oh, did you really?
I did. I had 2
yes.
lines, and I was just a penguin with a red tie, a fucking red power tie, which now seems weird.
Now that I say it out loud, what the fuck?
I was the Emperor Penguin. I got to come in and say something about how it's something Christmassy. I have no idea what the line was.
Fine.
Something about something Christmas Eve. I have no idea what's
It's about to be the best Christmas. Everyone penguins gather in. It's going to be incredible.
The elephant seals have taken over the front part of the beach.
We're going to build a wall around the North Pole.
We're going to build a wall around the North Pole.
It's going to be beautiful.
And the elephant seals are going to pay for it. Believe me.
Believe me. You believe me. Nobody's talking about this.
And no one, and I think she should be locked up for kidnapping all those children.
Global warming, global climate change. It doesn't exist. It
just sinks down into the fucking Arctic.
But I'm picturing a penguin talking like
Yeah,
Trump.
right.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
But he had a red tie. It was kind of silly.
Well, it's great because the emperor penguins have those like little strands of like blonde feathers that come out of it. Just imagine them in a comb over now.
Yeah, right.
You know?
yeah, right.
Oh,
The point is, I was a pretty great Emperor
I'm
Penguin.
sure you were.
Yep, I had
Dave
2 whole
Degowski
lines.
was the best Emperor Penguin.
I'm telling you.
My new Secretary of Defense, Ted Kennedy. No, all right. Sorry.
You know what?
I can't get out of Trump here.
yeah, you're doing a lot of Trump tonight.
Yep.
It's weird.
It's good.
Thank you.
It's great. It's weird. It's good.
You know what I
strong.
think is the you know what I think is really kind of what I'm kind of like noticing is like we for the dreams that we kind of set aside because we're like it's not for me, it's not.
Yeah.
It is that we like the image of these things more than the thing itself.
Oh, yeah.
right.
You know,
Especially as a kid.
especially
As a kid, when
That
you
makes a
don't
big
know
impression.
everything that gets involved in what you think
Yeah.
you want.
Correct.
Yeah, it's easy to watch Jacques Cousteau, or it's easy to hear about the triumphs of the American space program, but then then you realize you got to shit in a bag when you're in space.
Yeah, right.
you gotta
glom some weird seal onto your anus and poop in a bag.
you know that weird feeling when you're swimming at the beach and you're like, something touched my ankle. That's entirely what you're gonna have to go through
Right.
when you're deep sea diving.
What do you do if you have to jack off in space?
Have to?
Yeah. Yeah, have to.
Yeah,
what
just-
kind of world do you live in?
Well, just open. Well, you just open the dick porthole and then
Right.
let the vacuum suction.
Right,
just,
exactly. You pull your pee hole open.
You let the vacuum of space
my
tug
God.
your dick.
You
Yeah.
put that weird nozzle in there and you do your business. It's like, that thing they put in your mouth when you're at the dentist that sucks your spit up and it goes like,
And it makes
yeah.
your dick bigger while you do it.
Yeah, there you go. Even better.
Yeah.
I wonder what your dick's like in space. Like how it
Probably
it
pretty
doesn't-
floppy.
Probably
man.
equally
Well, it
unimpressive.
doesn't, but it doesn't hang in space. It just kind of goes around.
that's gotta be weird.
That's
Yeah,
weird.
That would feel weird.
You have to wear some kind of very tight underwear.
Dangly
Yeah,
scrotum.
you
Just,
know what? I bet women do the same thing for their chests. Like,
Oh,
it's-
yeah.
Balls are
there's
going
gotta
up
be
and
some
down
kind
at
of,
different
like-
rates.
Oh my god, just riding a roller coaster with
windsock.
boobs is terrible. It
Yeah.
comes up into your neck and you're like,
I never even thought about that.
Well, that's essentially what it is like being
yes,
in
I
orbit.
know
is-
that's why I said it.
Yeah.
Busted.
Well, what I
Zero gravity, I get it.
right. It's a continuous parabolic arc. You're continually falling,
Yeah.
but never actually descending.
Yeah.
Is what orbit is.
It's gotta be very strange to just like look down at your dick and it's just like up and to the left 3/4 and not hard. Like what are you doing? Astronaut boners have to be, or not boners, just astronaut wieners.
yeah, right. The worst game of Pong ever.
It's like a flesh metronome, a fleshtronome.
A flextronome.
Oh my god.
See, when I was a kid, I wanted to be a rock star.
Yeah.
So for kindergarten career day, I dressed up as Bob Seger. That's not a joke. I'm not joking
Oh,
you.
that's so cute.
There's a picture of me somewhere as a 5-year-old with a long wig.
Chris, can you get this?
I'll see if I can find the picture. There's,
You just see that.
there's a picture of me with the long, straight black hair. Like 70s long mane Bob Seger, clip-on earring.
I love this so much.
It was fun, dude. It was the shit.
yeah.
I wanted to be a rock star. So
Yeah, that's awesome.
yeah.
I think kind of like every kid has like those big every kid's dream is more ambitious than what we settle into as adults, right?
Sure.
I will tell you
Well,
there's a
except the
common
people
one.
that it's not.
That is a dream that I'm still coming to grips with not achieving. Like,
Same.
you know, who doesn't want to be a rock star? How fucking cool would that be?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would like that too.
At one point, I thought
But
maybe I was going to do music.
I was gonna say I can't play an instrument. I
Yeah.
sing, but I can't play.
Yeah, the big thing for me was like, I was 8 years old.
I mean, Christina Aguilera doesn't play an instrument. Britney Spears doesn't
Yeah, that's
play
what I
an
was going to
instrument.
say. Is like singing is in and of itself enough.
Beyonce doesn't play an
No,
instrument.
and Beyonce is the best musician ever.
Yeah.
If you look at her net worth.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Beyonce's got I can get you murdered money.
Easy.
So
Easily.
watch what you're saying.
For real, I would never. I
No.
would never make fun of Beyonce.
No,
Let's
she's
make clear,
amazing.
we will never malign Beyonce on this show.
I would say-
until we do.
I would say something dirty about Beyonce, but I don't want to
Look,
disrespect her
look,
that way. She is fucking fox.
Who rules the world? It kind of sucks.
Yeah, okay. Her ass doesn't.
Whoa. Didn't we just establish a rule about Beyonce?
Yeah, but then you said until we didn't, and this is when we
I would die on that hill. I'm not crazy about that song either, but I am crazy about her ass.
I am crazy about.
Are you crazy in love with that ass?
Looking so crazy, ass got me looking so crazy.
I am crazy about that fucking to the left song.
Yeah.
and then also Single Ladies is catchy.
Yeah. Super jams up.
You must not know about me.
Wow. Queen Bee. That's the
Yeah.
shit. There.
Yeah.
No, I'm only now coming to grips with that. The thing that really killed that dream was that I was 8 years old and I got my first guitar and I went to Rocky Tricchiglia's place that was on Mahoning
Yeah.
for a long time.
Yeah. What was it called?
Tricchiglia's House of Music.
House
I
of
think,
music, yeah.
But I went there for lessons, and to quote Bruce Springsteen, my hands were too small, the guitar was too big, and the lessons were too boring. So I just never I went through for several weeks. Dad paid for the lessons, and then I just didn't practice or didn't give a shit.
Yeah.
And it was like.
I did the same thing with piano.
Yeah, and I just I never focused on it. So he was like, "All right, I'm not paying for the lessons." And then he bought me a guitar when I was 17, and I was like, "No, I'm gonna fucking learn how to do this," and I just taught myself how to play.
Yeah.
I bought a guitar 3 years ago, and it's collecting dust.
You
'cause
you got to force yourself to play.
I don't know what to do with
If
it.
you can get through that hump, you just got to force yourself to learn how to
I've
play.
touched it 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I remember when we first started dating, we sat down and I tried to teach you, but your nails were getting in the way.
Yeah,
You got-
mine. You have to keep them clipped.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Christy
just
told
eat
me
mine.
that. Christy told me that too.
I just
Ew.
eat all my nails
Dave,
off my hand.
Yeah. Well, see,
I find that really helps.
Well, see, I keep them in a jar, so I got like a little snack for later. You know?
Stop
I do too. I get remember film canisters? I still have a bunch
yeah.
of those. I just put them all in there.
Oh my god.
chew 'em.
Yeah. And then,
wait, and then chew them later.
Yeah, I said
yeah. You just save them for later. And then it's nice if you keep them in the film canisters, though. I never thought about that because, if you ever get a home intruder, just pocket sand.
Pocket sand, yeah.
But grosser.
Man, I wish
Yeah.
I'd had that when I was farting my way towards proposing to my girlfriend. That would have really
A film
helped.
canister full of fingernails.
Really,
Oh, that is such a specific thing,
It
and
really
it's
is.
terrible.
imagine being covered in fingernails. Wouldn't you run away too?
Oh, I would. Oh,
Gross.
You got to save the toenails though. Those are the good ones. The big toe, they're real thick.
Big, thick bastards. Yeah.
You chew them with your molars to get them down.
throw it like a fucking boomerang, you know?
You guys, this is literally driving a spike into my brain. We have to stop.
is it like male ASMR to you?
Yes, exactly. Like male ASMR. God, I can't even say that.
ASMAPQRS 95ASR
You're not funny,
MR.
So I remember being a kid. My only goal was to have a longer face. I'm not.
And when did you give up on that dream?
I gave up because it just didn't happen. But I remember
Fucking a
seriously,
horse didn't work.
Like, do you remember looking at? Yeah, what?
So, to gain its powers.
To gain its power.
Wait, hold on. Are you saying I fucked a horse and then was disappointed and then I gave up?
That you didn't get the long face. No, that you didn't get the long face.
Right.
Because,
Yes.
Because when you have sex
Right.
with an animal, right, you take on its traits.
I'm just making
That's why
sure.
I got so big. I fucked a cow. And here we are.
I'm just making sure
Incidentally,
that
that's
you
why I have
inserted into
udders.
my backstory that I fucked a horse and was disappointed my face didn't get bigger. That's cool.
Or were you just
Yeah.
Were you just disappointed that the horse never called you again?
I thought
the horse-
he can't dial. He's got hooves.
I know. That's why you should have got his number.
But then here's the punchline.
yeah.
You walk into a bar and the guy says, "Hey, buddy, why no long face?"
Yada da da da.
I'm just gonna stare at you.
I'm just kidding. I just added that in just now.
Yes, we
don't
know.
know.
We're sitting here. I just added that in just now. Oh, no shit. Sorry, I didn't mean to scream
That's
into
all
the
right.
mic.
So the whole goal was to have a longer face.
Have you listened to our show? It's nothing but screaming
that's
into
all.
the mic.
That's all this
That
is.
is literally everything we do.
I was laughing at the same time.
You need to go back like 3 steps before
Okay.
where you started the story.
I wanted to have a longer face.
Why?
Longer
Why?
face.
This is such a stupid childhood thing. I basically just remembered.
You
but-
saw John Kerry on the television.
No, wait. Before I knew who John
Okay.
Kerry was, I was a little kid,
Bill Clinton.
taking a bath in a bathtub and looking at my face in the reflection of the spout, and I would like marvel over, look at this long face, because your face is distorted in the reflection.
Yeah.
I go, wow, this is what I'm going to look like when I'm a grown up. Like I go like, oh, my face is going to be tall, because I see like grown ups had taller faces,
Yeah.
or some of them did.
Yeah,
And I
that's
went,
because they are themselves bigger.
yeah.
Has nothing to do with.
For some reason, I thought I was going to have a real tall face.
Yeah.
You don't look like BoJack.
Or like, yeah, no, that's what I thought it was going to be. I was going to grow up and I was going to have a tall face. And I used to look at that and be like, this is what I'm going to look like when I'm a grown up. Is my face.
Senna.
My face will be-
into battle.
Yeah, exactly. That kind of thing. Honestly, I had very little ambition as a kid. I still have very little ambition.
Yeah, I know we're talking about dreams. You're talking about having a longer face.
That was my dream.
That was what, and you just gave up on it when you realized that wasn't going to happen.
Well, yeah,
wasn't in the cards for
well,
you.
it's just
and
like-
facial and lengthening surgery is just so expensive.
Well, you just like you get older and you realize no, like none of these things are quite like you know, you don't just arbitrarily become like longer in the face. Like these things don't just happen. You start to come to terms with like what you actually are.
You got to go through painful procedures where they like break your cheekbones and your chin.
Well, then
and they stretch it out, and then it grows back, and then they do it
Yeah, like
again.
that.
Well, then Oblivion comes along and you can just live the long face life vicariously.
You're right.
I don't know. I know this is not exactly meeting your problem, but that is what as a kid I wanted a taller face.
You dreamt of having a taller
I
face.
wanted a taller face.
And now you have a beard to cover up the fact that you have.
a very fat neck and a very short head.
Well, I mean, it's not that short.
It's pretty short.
It's not that short.
You know,
I think it's a pretty normal size
I think it's a
head.
normal.
Thanks.
Well, except for your forehead, that is huge,
Fucking ugly.
enormous. I can't stop looking at it now.
Wow.
you know what? You know what I've been discovering is that the things I thought about myself when I was younger that I thought like, you know,
I'm sorry. I was
I'm pulling my hair down over my forehead
I'm
now.
sorry. I'm joking.
Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
It's not that freakishly large.
well, you're Streisanding your forehead now. But no, it's like the things that as a kid like I would like look up to and be like, you know, shit, it would be cool to be like a programmer. It'd be cool to be an astronaut.
Yeah.
You know what killed those dreams fastest of all is like, nah, it's way over my head.
Yeah,
I'm never gonna get it.
Self doubt. Yeah.
And you know, now more and more what I'm learning as I'm like, you know, actually doing work with computers and I'm actually studying programming languages, I'm like, this is not over my head. It just takes some time.
yeah. Right.
It takes
Like most things.
like pretty much everything.
Yeah. You just need to invest in it.
Well, it's funny. Like I look back at like when I went into YSU and I wanted to go in for computer programming. Right.
Yeah.
I went into the CIS program, and I basically dipped out because I did so bad at math. I got a C in Calc 1, and I got a D in Calc 2.
Way better than I would have ever done.
Who knows?
I've never had calculus.
I know.
It's just-
I'm terrible at.
I think
I could have done a lot better though, and that's the thing that I look back now and realize is it was over my head relative to the amount of effort I was willing to put in.
sure. But also like computer science and especially like historical computer science is a lot of math, but programming languages aren't so much that. There's some math, sure.
Well, your applications will require math.
Yeah, but there's a lot of stuff that the language itself can do that you won't really need to.
But you need to understand what you need it to do.
Right. Yeah.
You know? That's why math is so important. You don't need to calculate everything, but you need to understand the principles of why you're calculating things.
That's, you know what? And that's the thing that, especially through high school, that our education doesn't do. Is like, it's one thing to show me all these fucking formulas, but it's like, okay, why do I use, in what scenario do I use this? What specifically does it?
Most of us don't.
Yeah.
But like, what specifically does it do, and why does it work? There's not enough of that involved in the teaching of math.
There's the practical application side of things, which often goes ignored, because the thing that they want to teach you is how to take like a problem and solve it with a with
so you can perform on a test.
So you can check out the hook while DJ revolves.
So in for a psych degree,
you son of a bitch.
I know. Sorry.
For a psych degree, you have to take 2 stats courses. I know, right?
Fucking shoot
and
me.
I hated stats.
I dropped out of the first time I took Stats 1. The second time I took Stats 1, the teacher gave us real world examples, and I was like, and it clicked, because I was like, oh, this is what a t-value is for.
Yeah.
This is when I'd use a single sample versus a multi-sample t-test.
Yeah.
Everything started making sense when it was applied to real world situations, and actual math classes don't do enough of that.
Yeah.
I went all through high school thinking that I just hated math. I just hated how it was being taught to me, it turns out.
Oh my God, I am such a twat.
What?
I've been rubbing my eye because it's itchy, and I'm like,
dude.
I'm like, oh
Tell
man.
me about it.
I'm like, oh man, I wish I would have brought my allergy eye drops. They're in my fucking pocket.
Oh, I'm gonna give you a little tip for eye drops, right? I hate eye drops, incidentally. But if you want to do the best thing ever, put those bad boys in the fridge.
Oh,
What? Get them nice and cool. Oh, make them chilly. It's so good. I
bet it does feel
so good.
I'm sure it feels amazing.
That's a Trisha Shervanack thing there. You can thank her for that. It's brilliant. She's like, oh, I put them in the fridge, and I'm like, I would have never in a million years thought to do that. It's fucking incredible.
Me either.
Yeah, it's really good.
Do you ever it reminds me of that Bert Kreischer bit where he's talking about his daughter putting her deodorant in the fridge.
Yeah, right. I'll bet you that feels good.
He was at first like, what the fuck are you doing? And then he tried it. He's like,
oh, right.
That's kind of nice. It's cool you down a bit.
Yeah. Oh, what about jobs or dreams that like you'd never be able to do in a million years, but you still think about like, what if I did though?
Yeah.
Record producer.
Cop.
Finance.
Detective specifically.
Yeah.
Finance. I would want to be an investor. Honest to God, I would want to be on Wall Street and be one of those crooked fucks.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just be on
cocaine all
crooked
day.
fucks that make a
Just
ton
be
of
on
money.
the floor till the bell rings.
Yeah. The Wolf of Wall Street really brought that out of me. I think I watched that movie and I think I would work for this guy.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, and I don't know what that says about me as a person, but like,
It says that for the right amount of money, you will sacrifice your morality, and so would I.
it's like, again, I don't know what this says about me as a person, but I'm on his side right up into the point where he rats all his friends out. I'm on his side until that point.
He lost me a bit when he left his first wife.
Yeah, it's really shitty.
Quite a bit.
It's funny,
But,
I never thought about it, but you know, it's another Scorsese gang movie.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
It doesn't cast itself that way, and it's a perfectly legal gang.
Yeah.
But it's a gang movie.
It's a gang movie, yeah.
Right.
And that's why you root for him, because you
Yeah.
always root for the one who supports the family Becky.
The family Beckies.
Right?
No, you don't fucking rat on your friends.
Yeah.
The two most important rules in life: always keep your mouth shut and never rat on your friends.
Yeah. I wanted to be a detective for the longest time.
You wanted to be a private dick?
Not a private dick, like even just
public
like
dick.
You want to be a public dick?
A public dick.
A flappy dick.
Just get my dickness out there in public.
Like
you know?
Kennedy.
It's already out there.
It is, thanks to this podcast. My dickness is now out for the world to see.
Yeah, everyone's getting to check out your dickness.
No, but I mean,
But what's the thickness of that dickness?
Aubrey will attest to the fact that I really like puzzles. I really like figuring things out.
Yeah.
So there's always been this thing in the
I thought for a minute you were going to be like, Aubrey will attest to the fact.
thickness of my dickness.
That's what I thought he was going to say too. And I was like, I really don't want to comment.
thickness
But
of my dickness.
That's really
The
where
thickness of my dickness.
that's really where I thought you were going with that. Aubrey will attest to the thickness of my dickness. To which she would naturally not respond to this at all.
Or just go, it's all right.
Shrug.
The standard girlfriend answer.
It does what I need it to do.
Yeah, the girlfriend answer of it's great. It's not as great as you think it is, but it's great.
Oh, baby, they've already got such low expectations.
I shouldn't even say anything.
She did.
Aubrey, why are you shitting on his dick?
Jesus Christ, lady.
We only do that in the bedroom. I made you guys laugh.
Oh my God! You just out dirtied the dudes. Well done.
Thank you.
No,
Anyway, about your private dickness.
real talk. I really like solving puzzles. I really like, just like if something gets my interest, I really like digging deep into it. And the older I get, Mr. Autism, I like a good mystery.
It only has one answer.
But then like most things, the older you get, the more you find out the reality of everything, and how the slam dunk evidence only comes around like every century or so.
Yeah, right.
The Leopoldine lobe. They found the glasses in the sewer drain that cracked the whole case wide open.
Yeah.
And that was a miracle. That was a miracle find. And that sort of stuff doesn't happen in usual detective. Any documentary, any 2-bit crime drama will tell you that. It's like, well, he's not talking until we get a lawyer. You got all this fucking paperwork to fill out. It's not my thing. If I could live in the simple life of Sherlock Holmes and just make the money to pay rent and meet the Queen of England and everything just off being smart enough to figure out riddles, that would be my jam. But unfortunately, that's not how detectiving works.
No, you have to go to school for a long time, but you also have to go see some fucked up shit.
Right,
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah, you
gotta have your innocence completely broken out of you.
Yeah.
Well, that in like Kentucky or Tennessee, they got that body farm.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, what?
It's
Where they study decomposition.
Yeah, it's just a bunch of human corpses in various stages of decomposition out in this open field
People
in Tennessee.
donate their bodies.
Right.
Yeah, I was gonna donate my body.
I thought about it too. Yeah.
Gnarly.
It's a cool thing to donate to, and it's so that detectives in training, forensic scientists, people like that can go and observe real life cases of bodies in various stages of decomposition.
Dad got to do that.
And it's got to smell terrible.
Yes.
I've never smelled a dead body. I hope I never do.
That you know of.
From what I
know
yeah,
of.
it's very interesting from what I hear. It's one of those things that's very distinct and nothing else in the world smells like it.
Yeah.
I've heard it's slightly sweet.
Yeah, kind of. From what I've never.
Well, not like sweet, but like pungent.
Yeah.
In the way that like sewer backup is pungent.
Yeah.
God, you guys are making me hungry. Jesus Christ.
Eat those meatballs.
Meatballs.
One of the
All
guys
right.
I work with was in the Gulf War, and he was talking about things like when they would fish bodies out of the Iraqi tanks and stuff.
Oh,
those guys who'd been in there like in an oven basically
in like
heat.
120 degree weather.
Yeah, right. And they'd have to there's two holes in
way.
a tank. There's the eye hole right at the front, and then there's the top hatch.
Yep.
So they're fishing these guys out.
Yep.
Through the hatch.
Probably
Yeah.
in pieces.
In pieces, right? Exactly. Like you'd get them, they'd swell the second they'd hit the oxygen out in the air.
Yeah.
And expand, and then he's like a lot of these guys would be decomposing, so they'd like rip in half, and he's like, you can't imagine what you know what I mean, the smell that
I heard an EMT tell me once about peeling someone off their couch that had been there for like a week.
Oh yeah. I have to call the hazmat
Christ.
crews.
This
in.
stuff happens.
I can't imagine. I have never in my life run into a smell that has made me gag instinctively. But again, I haven't been around a decomposing human body.
You are of stronger constitution than me. Nearly everything makes me gag.
Yeah, he's got a really strong constitution.
At my previous job, I had to deal with like pretty much every bodily fluid you can imagine.
Yeah.
Not a lot gets to me, but again, I've never seen a body.
Yeah, right.
It's so like eventually at some point I was like, you know what? It sounds romantic, but I could never be a detective.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, I still think about it like, You know,
Yeah.
what if I was just, you know,
Yeah.
the fucking best consulting detective in Ohio?
You ever want to get scared out of being a detective? Watch the first 10 minutes of the first season of True Detective.
Yep.
And it'll just like, it's fucked up enough where you're like, nah,
Not for me.
I don't think I would. I don't want any part of this shit. Or like Seven, the entirety of the movie Seven.
Yeah.
Just maybe don't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
There's certain things though, like I feel like there's dreams you keep alive. There are a lot of them. I think we all keep alive, even subconsciously, even knowing we probably can't do those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Let's switch gears here. Let's go to what was a dream that you had when you were younger that you realized?
Well, that actually happened.
That's something that actually happened.
I don't have any of those.
Well, I mean, like, no matter how small, something you wanted to do that, like, at some point, like, you desperately wanted to do,
Yeah.
that you made happen for yourself. And it could be something, like, for me, it was learning how to play the guitar. I always wanted to learn how to play the guitar, and I can now.
Nice. Well,
you know what I mean? And I did it myself.
Right.
Nobody, like, I didn't have a
Yeah.
teacher. I just did it.
Yeah,
and
you,
I'm like,
you picked yourself up by your bootstraps.
yeah, I just
Hell
did
yeah.
what I needed to do.
You like an American.
Yeah.
Not to I guess not we'll get this one out of the way first because it's kind of a downer, but I was arrested when I was 13 because I lost my temper on the wrong person, and that person was my assistant principal.
Yeah.
And so when I ended up being placed in an alternative school for delinquents, and at the hearing at the there's a bunch of other kids there, and I was the only one who was dressed in any kind of sensible fashion. I was just like, this can't be my life, right? Like one day I got to be able to like live independently and make a life and make a name for myself.
Oh, buddy.
And
And you did.
Now that I'm 30, I have,
Yeah.
and I couldn't be fucking happier about it.
That's nice.
Someone growing up with, not nearly as severe of a disability as it could have been, but
But a disability nonetheless.
something that's still present, and something that is still something that once in a while I kind of struggle with, especially temper wise.
Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too.
But
How long is this hashtag Me Too
I'm gonna
joke
keep
been around
going.
this podcast?
I'm gonna keep going until they stop talking about it on CNN.
Okay, yeah, all right.
But yeah, by and large, I'm on an upward trajectory right now, and it feels fucking great. I feel like
And it's sweet, sweet, sweet victory.
yeah.
All right.
So that's a dream I've realized.
Yeah,
It's just
good.
having a normal life where I can support myself.
Yeah, that's the dream for people who don't have autism.
That's the trick, is set the bar kind of low.
right.
You
So that's why I'm consistently a pessimist, because you're never let down. If you
Yep.
always expect the worst.
Yep.
It's just so much better. Do you have anything?
Not
where you
really.
Just, come
Honest
on.
to God, I don't think I dreamed of anything that I have.
No, I mean, but like any aspirations that you like, something you really wanted to do.
I don't know.
Something you wanted to learn.
Maybe this is the fault in me as a person, but I can't look back and be like, I always wanted to do this.
the
And now I
fart
did it.
in our cars.
The fart. Yes, the fart in our cars.
Wow.
Lies with us.
You guys getting ready for season 3? Get ready for more of this shit. Season 3, baby.
I don't know. Like, I feel like things are fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's cool.
Things are fun, and that's cool.
That's cool. But I just don't feel like I'm like living out some like long realized vision.
No, it doesn't. When I say, I'm talking about like, that's why it's dreams and aspirations. So
Yeah.
something you wanted to do, like.
It could be as simple as the Xbox One that you just got in the
true.
mail.
Yeah.
That's an aspiration that you had.
And that's just like a thing I bought.
Yeah, so?
But see,
I don't know if that counts.
the thing is, the movie we've just quoted in jest, I think it can be applied with all earnestness
Yeah.
to real life. If you
Ernest goes to camp.
if you are
Ernest scared stupid. That's
Ernest goes to hell.
Ernest stands in line at the DMV.
Ernest commits a felony.
Ernest goes to Jonestown.
Ernest is all out of ketchup.
Ernest exposed himself in a movie theater.
Ernest puts a fork in a light socket.
Ernest forgot to charge his phone.
Ernest left his kid in the car on a hot summer day.
Ernest got his pecker stuck in the hot tub.
Ernest has to apply medication to his cat's anus.
Ernest is anything but.
We could do this all day, apparently.
So anyway, I think one of the things that Big Lebowski taught me is that, like, if you're not actively working towards something at the moment, that's okay as long as you're happy.
Yeah. I think that's true.
I think dudism is a deep and pervasive attitude that needs to be spread more, because it involves the idea of finding or generating your own happiness out of circumstances where you're not necessarily progressing.
Yeah.
But as long as you're happy, you're not necessarily stagnating either.
Sure.
You know?
I find snuggling up with my fiance always fixes that for me.
Yeah.
That's why before I came over, like I had to snuggle with Trisha for a little bit before I came over to do the cast.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I don't know. You just got to do that sometimes.
You just got to snug.
You just got to snug.
Hashtag just snug.
Hashtag just
I
snug.
make Ben snuggle like every day, because that
Yeah.
is one of the few things that like fixes my depression for a small portion of the day.
It's an important thing.
Human fucking contact.
The physical, the weight,
Yeah.
everything.
The girth, the pounding motion downward,
the rotation,
The length and the angle
Feel
in
it.
the middle.
Own it. Feel it.
I was gonna say,
Energy.
stop
The
it.
flow. All
That's your
good,
home
all
ball.
positive.
I'm just gonna. I don't know what they're doing.
Happy
I
Gilmore. Happy Gilmore. Yeah.
I thought I knew what we were talking about. No, I don't know what we're talking about.
Oh,
No, it's important. You got to have that that contact.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for aspirations. There was a long time that I didn't think I was gonna make it through high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
My mom didn't think I was going to graduate high school, let alone college, but I went to night school for 2 years out of it because of my anxiety.
Right.
Out of,
Ben pissing in the background.
Are you just noticing that you can audibly hear people pissing on this podcast?
I've never
all
noticed.
the time?
No, I've never noticed it.
It doesn't pick up on the.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
I'm
it really
sure.
doesn't. I've never noticed
If
it.
you're listening
Just
at
like-
home,
like when you
see
say-
if you can detect the pissing noise.
It's like when you say like, "Oh, I can hear the furnace." It does not come through on that.
It does. I can hear it in here. I can hear it when I play it back.
Well, anyway, I missed about 180 days of school, which is an entire year of school.
Yeah.
In just high school. So that was something that was really important to me and to my family. And then I finished college. I mean, I never thought I'd make it through high school.
Hey, I
let
never
alone
did that.
Well, don't feel bad about that, because college did not get me anywhere.
No, it's college doesn't get most people anywhere. Let's be
No.
real.
Agree with that.
It really
Yeah.
doesn't get any not anybody.
I mean, I
Doesn't
enjoyed
get most
it.
people anywhere.
I enjoyed it
I did
because
too. I met all my best friends.
Yeah, and I enjoy learning and stuff, but and I want to go back because one of my aspirations is to get a PhD.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Sometime before I die. I don't care if I'm 90 and I die the
Doesn't
next
matter.
day.
Yeah, you did it.
I just want a PhD.
You want to have it.
Yes.
And then you can have the T-shirt that says, there's a T-shirt that Brian Wecht of Ninja Sex Party was selling T-shirts that said, "I have a PhD," because he has a PhD.
Yeah.
So he was selling these T-shirts.
That's
then
amazing.
you can wear that shirt around. That would be the first thing I would do.
And he's an astrophysicist.
He is
isn't
actually an astrophysicist. Brian Wecht quit his job teaching astrophysics to join a group called Ninja Sex Party.
You want to talk about weird?
That's the dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, that really is.
He makes enough money to support his wife and infant daughter.
Yeah, I mean,
Wife and infant daughter.
well, I mean, not all that long ago, another Brian quit his astrophysics gig to play guitar for a band called Queen. So
That's true.
There is
That's
that.
true. That's very true.
At some point,
And that guy can wail.
at some point, there's making a living and having a life.
Yeah,
you
right.
know. I think with all these things where it's like, oh, hey, I could be making 6 figures a year if I try a little harder in school. But on the other hand, There's so
You gotta
much.
be happy.
There's so much more. Like, yeah, some people are cut out for doctorates and PhDs,
Yeah.
and some people are cut out to be like super geniuses that invent new programming languages.
Yeah,
or
but I
whatever.
can play the intro to Jimi Hendrix's Machine Gun, and you can't.
Yeah.
And that's fucking awesome.
Today, I think today at work, I might have been the happiest person in the world when I was listening to. I was just like kind of doing my thing. I was practicing up on my sequel, and I was listening to this trance mix that I never heard before, and I heard this song that blew my fucking mind. And at that moment in time, I might have been the happiest person in the world.
Yeah.
That's nice.
You think about that. There's probably at some point in your life where at that given moment you were the happiest person in the world.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's entirely possible. At some point in your life, at one moment, you were the happiest person alive.
I don't know. Sting's having tantric sex pretty much 24/7. So
Yeah, but okay, who wants to fuck for 8 solid hours?
Sting.
Who wants to fuck a
Sting
dude who
wants to.
can't clap right?
Right.
Whoever's fucking Sting is apparently fine with it.
We're the police. We took yodeling lessons in the Swiss Alps from a Hindu.
Made about 500 songs about pedophilia.
I'm
right.
just saying that Sting has probably been having an orgasm since we started this show.
Sure.
So it's pretty hard to be the happiest person in the world.
Sting's also in shape. I'm quite content, blowing my shit in 20 minutes.
We're quite content.
Quite content.
Quite content.
If I can make it past the first 30 seconds, it's amazing.
It's all bonus time. I don't know. I mean, we didn't talk about future aspirations at all. Is that
we have
on?
any
Is that on the
now,
agenda?
you know what? The older you get, it doesn't make, you said you wanted to have a PhD. I have no future aspirations, which is how I know I'm almost ready to have kids. Because
That's true.
When all my hopes and dreams are, I keep saying it, when they're all dead and buried,
Yeah,
like
just
lower than
stuffed
low,
in the ground.
then I can have kids, and then I could,
Yeah.
take my
Hope
life
and
out
dream-
on them.
Well, yeah,
just
but
take
then
my
you
life.
hope and dream for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I feel like you're the kind of person in particular who, if you have a kid, you're going to work far harder than you think you're ever capable
Yeah.
of working. And you are going to make the best possible life you can for that
Yes.
child.
Yeah. I think so.
I don't want to bother with that, but
no,
I know if you.
And that's respectable. That's totally respectable.
At this point, I just want to be an uncle.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be
Well,
Uncle
I'm
Dave
cool
to your
with being
kids,
an
right?
uncle.
Yeah.
I might not be an uncle because my only brother. I don't think Pete's got any interest in having kids either.
Yeah, but you could be an uncle to his
Yeah, you can be an
kids.
uncle to my kids.
Yeah, I'm
That'll be
already
fine.
an aunt to my best friend's kids.
Yeah,
This is true.
This is what I
that's
mean.
right. You're Aunt Aubrey.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as I get to be an uncle, that's
That's the dream, dude.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's good enough for me.
Think about that. I think about that line from Talladega Nights that we were watching the other night.
Yeah. Which line again?
It's like, I got an idea. How about you two go dig a hole and I'm gonna get another beer? That's the kind of dad I want to be. It's the ultimate dad line.
Sure is. I don't know. I think my aspirations for the future are just to keep doing whatever I have to do to where on the weekends I get to put my feet up and watch some junk television.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
and drink a beer.
Weekends are valuable. I'm grateful to. In college I worked at the library and we did weekends sometimes. That was normal, but like I'm glad in my adult life I haven't had a job yet where I've had to work weekends.
Yeah.
I want to keep being funny. That's the only thing. I don't want to ever lose.
You mean start being funny, right?
Yes.
At some point you hope to be
Funny. I want to.
Good one, Dave.
Everybody at this table is funny. It's
think so,
capable
too.
of being funny, and I want to continue to be funny.
Yeah.
I think if you ever lose that, if it's something that you had and people are like, man, what happened to that guy?
Yeah.
That's the worst thing ever.
All I want is a life of laughter. That's
Yeah,
actually a
right.
really simple goal.
I just want people
Yeah.
to I want to laugh and I want people around me to laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really important.
that's a dream that's real hard to kill.
Oh yeah,
It's
for
real.
sure.
It's really hard
Especially
to kill.
since like every Tuesday or every other Tuesday we keep brushing up on it on this show.
I like speaking about how when we talk about dreams, we talk about like lives we wish we could live. Every time we do this show, I think at least a little bit about the fact that people like us have been doing this kind of thing for centuries. Just gather around a bunch of drinks, talking shit on the rich, and just like laughing in spite of everything.
Like talking shit on the rich was the thing you thought of, because it's true.
That's one of the most human things, I think.
Yeah.
This is how you assert power over the world around you.
Yeah,
you know?
you got to chuck a rock at your supposed betters every now and then.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
Or inferiors, depending on what class you're in.
Sure.
But it's important. I think it's important to blow off some steam, and laughing is the best way to do that.
Absolutely.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich.
Eat the rich with some fucking Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce. Eat the rich.
Baseball bat. No, we're not going to do that.
We're not going to do that on the show.
Well, let's call it right here, and then we'll be back with smoking and drinking. Drinking. It's happening. Woo! Season 3, baby. Smoking and drinking all the time. You heard it here first.
Fully erect.
Yeah. Milk, lemonade around the corner. Human feces. You know what I'm talking about?
Ew. Woo. Ew.
Woo.
All right.
Woo.
Well,
Hey, woo.
Well, we're back, and this is a thing that we're
guys.
still doing.
sure is.
All right.
All right.
All right.
Well, we're back. This is a 3 Dudes show, and we're wrapping shit up with.
I don't know, Chris. What are we doing?
Recommendations.
Oh,
Yes.
not smoking and drinking.
No, we don't do that
We're
anymore.
not doing smoking and drinking.
No, we don't do smoking and
You
drinking.
said we are not doing.
Dude, we stopped doing that.
Plebeian.
Sure.
Fucking plebeian.
Why, why do you have to, dude, nobody liked that.
Wait, I just want to make sure that we're not going to do smoking and drinking.
No, we're done.
Okay.
We've been done with that.
It doesn't
dude.
matter
it's
what
over.
our fucking viewers like. It matters that I like it.
Okay, well, it's over, apparently.
Yeah, it's
Chris
done.
decided.
It's
well.
been done.
Oh, well, that's the end of that discussion then.
No, we talked about this. It's over.
Okay, fine.
Oh my God, move
What are we going to
on.
do? What are we going to do instead?
I thought we had.
Okay, what are we doing?
We're gonna do recommendations. That's what we always do.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to go outside right now?
No. What's your recommendation this week, Ben?
My recommendation this week is a movie that Aubrey and I went to see with our friend Dan.
Woo!
That we all know.
I know what it is.
Dan Iraq, he who is cubed of dick.
Riley reads 2 at once.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I just picked a porn star name that I know.
No. I said cubed, so it's 2 by 2 at once.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anyway, so, or no, I'm sorry, 2 by 2 by 2 at
Right.
once.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Wait a minute.
That's
Strike that. Reverse it.
right. Now, we went to see Into the Spider-Verse,
Yeah.
and it was really fun and really charming and really epileptic.
Yeah.
Epileptic?
Oh, okay.
There's
so
an epilepsy warning on the doors of the theater.
No shit.
this
Yeah.
movie is visually insane.
Okay.
That's a huge part of its charm, but it should be clarified that if you have any photosensitivity, probably if you're hell bent on seeing it, see it with caution. Into the Spider-Verse concerns the ascension of the new Millennium Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Yeah, that's right. They introduced him several years ago, right?
At the
then there
turn of
was,
the new millennium.
yeah, and there was like some. I don't know when it was.
I don't know when it was.
But there was
I
like a
don't
little bit
either.
of a kerfuffle because white people essentially.
Yeah.
Because white people.
Like
Miles
the first non-white Spider-Man. and people
Yeah,
were
he's
flipping
black and
out.
Hispanic.
I don't want black people
Yes.
in my Spider-Man.
Wow, that's a twofer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Miles Morales, son of a black father who is an NYPD cop, or well, in the movie it's PDNY.
Oh.
I noticed.
Weird.
And a Hispanic mother who is a nurse.
Piedmont Dixon.
Noodle udle.
And he he undergoes it's kind of a made for comedy in the movie. It's kind of played up for laughs. Is like, you know the story. Got bitten by a radioactive spider, started finding I was going through some changes. And, so Miles Morales is the latest participant in this spider madness.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so he finds shortly enough, as you might guess, that he's getting spider powers because he's bitten by a radioactive spider thing.
Spider thing.
And by things,
Spider
he means
thing.
a spider.
So
It's a thing that is just a spider.
Radioactive. Go get tested. Oh no.
It's a spider.
look out, you probably have leukemia.
Da-da-da. Akron's
Now-
Children's Hospital. No, we're not. We're not. Of
Lord.
course not.
No,
we're not.
This takes place in Manhattan.
No, it would be right. Of course.
And or Brooklyn.
It would be
and or Queens.
It would be New York General.
Okay, so anywho.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Things
Go a little fucky for Miles Morales when interdimensional shit gets brought into it, and there's different versions of Spider-Man that all have to work together in order to sort out this interdimensional kerfuffle.
Oh.
And it's
That's the plot?
it is.
That's cool.
That's the Spider-Verse. It's great fun. I don't want to give away too much of what happens because a pretty big event happens pretty early on in the movie. A lot of things. Yeah.
You're doing a gesture that I don't know what it means.
Yeah, but I know what it means.
Yeah, you'll know what it means seeing the movie.
Peter Parker exposes himself
Yes.
to Spider-Man Jr.
Yeah, a lot of things happen that leads up to this dimensional rift and these dimensional crossovers. So essentially, you get 6 different versions of Spider-Person, because 2 of them are women, involved in this interdimensional caper.
Spider-Person.
And it's
Gender neutral.
Because it's the future.
And it's a lot of fun because Miles Morales along the way has to find his way to being a superhero, because that's what you want a good superhero origin story to be, right? You want the hero to kind of accept his power and his responsibility and however great those 2 things may be.
Yeah.
And
I know however many uncles of yours die.
Sure.
Get to you.
Sure. And you
Uncle Ben.
makes a good rice, but he's dead again. This one's white, this one's black. How do we tell? It's kind of whack. Who knows?
But he's dead on the
Uncle
street.
Ben.
It's Peter's Uncle Ben. Yeah, it's a really good movie. It's a good standard coming of age superhero movie, and Spider-Man itself is a very coming of age story, but the visuals, oh my god, the visuals.
I love the style as far as I've seen in the trailers. It's really incredible.
Yeah, I feel like I'm doing it a disservice describing it as an epileptic nightmare.
Well, you really can't even quite describe what they're doing. It's sort of claymation-y, sort of stop-motion-y.
It's all sorts of things. I've never seen anything like that. Animated like that. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, it's like, imagine a crossroads between stop motion, comic book animation, computer animation, and claymation. Imagine a crossroads of all of those, and you've got this amazing, like, it's like watching an animated comic. It's really genuinely impressive to see, and yet in spite of how I even hesitate to say cartoony, because this is one of those kind of ways that when you use the medium right, it blurs the lines. But it's one of those things that in spite of how animated it looks, and in spite of how it's very caricaturized. It's not 100% natural, but so much humanity comes through in this style of animation. So much emotion and expressiveness comes through in the way that they do this.
Yeah, I heard that it's much greater and better than what you would expect out of a animated.
Yeah, it's
it's-
excellent.
Like that, it carries through in a big way. It has a resonance.
It's one of those things that absolutely is greater than the sum of its parts, as far as the components that go into its animation, the way you can describe its animation. It's something you have to see to describe, and something you have to see to believe.
Yeah.
It really is an incredible visual feat, and because of that, it sticks itself in your memory, and that's one of the great strengths of Marvel movies is that it really they really implant themselves in your brain, and that's what gives them their sort of emotional grounding. It gives them that humanity, and I think for this movie, its visual style giving it that ability to latch itself in your brain and be that memorable is a huge part of what gives it the humanity and the character that it does. It's really good, and everyone should see it. It's
unless you're epileptic.
I'm really sad. And then
it's absolutely an epileptic nightmare.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really sad I missed it. I had to be at work. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
Yeah.
I'll eventually get to it.
You should.
I didn't see it either. I was too busy pouring alcohol over my body in the bathtub.
Let's see, Saturday? Yeah, maybe.
All right.
It's a fine addition. You don't need to know anything about these other spider people beyond that. Beyond knowing that they have existed beforehand. And beyond, it's also not part of the main Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's its own thing. It's just a fun little romp.
Yeah.
And really important. There is a mid-credit scene. They'll go through like the picturesque main credits of like the stars and everything, and then they'll show a mid-credit scene, and then they get to the rest of the
boring
credits.
Yeah. The bajillion animators that actually made this movie.
Stay until after those credits. Trust me.
Stay until after the end credits, or just the middle credits?
End credits.
Yeah, stay till the very, very end because it's fantastic.
It is
nice. Okay,
so that's my recommendation.
It's a good one.
Aubrey, do you have a recommendation?
I'll go last.
Okay, Dave, do you have a recommendation?
Man, I can't think of anything.
All right, I have a recommendation. I have two. The one, I'll start with this. All right, I got really down on myself over the past couple weeks because I'm coming to terms with the fact that I don't read nearly as much as I used to.
Same.
I used to read quite a bit.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, I used to read quite a bit, and I got really bummed out that I haven't really done that so much. So. I know myself, and I know I have this bad habit in my adulthood of not finishing a book. Like I'll start it and I'll get halfway through and then I won't finish it. So I've solved that problem by listening to audiobooks.
Yeah.
And I figured I would start into it by listening to the complete audiobook for Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, which is not my recommendation. Everybody already knows Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. If you haven't, then have you ever seen the Johnny Depp movie? Yeah. Oh my God. So the movies are like a super faithful adaptation of the book.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's super faithful, but the audiobook is in its entirety is on YouTube. You can listen to it in two big compilations.
Why am I quietly shaking my head? I
So if you haven't, you can either listen to the audiobook, the entirety of it is on YouTube, or you can just watch the movie with Johnny Depp and Jesus Christ, what's his name? Help me.
Benicio del
Toro. God, I lost it there for a minute. As Raoul Duke and Dr. Gonzo.
Right.
On their insane trip through Vegas.
Dr. Gonzo.
So if you haven't listened to that book or watched that movie, because they're great, but the recommendation I want to make, I figured once I finished with Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, I would go to the next step, which is Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail, 1972, which was Hunter S. Thompson basically delving into political writing, and he followed the Democratic primaries up through the general election in 1972.
Yeah.
This was the one in which George McGovern basically surprisingly beat out all the Democratic competition to challenge Nixon in 72, which ultimately resulted in the greatest general election failure by any candidate ever. He lost.
He got the shit kicked out of him.
Extraordinarily to Richard Nixon.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it is if you've read Fear and Loathing, it is very certainly a Hunter Thompson novel. It's him. It's Gonzo journalism. So it's him. It's the story of this true thing as told through his eyes. Yeah. With all the Hunter Thompson would tell you that he is not a reliable narrator. because he's not. I mean, Jesus Christ, have you seen what his like daily ritual is?
Right.
He's not a reliable narrator, and in
He's
any
more
of
chemical than person.
correct, and in any of his books that you read, he goes to great lengths to tell you. You know, I am not a reliable narrator. This is as I saw it. You know what I mean? And all the gonzo journalism part of it is like accentuating it to its most insane.
Right.
But I think Fear and Loathing on the Campaign Trail is really important in this day and age because if you read it, a lot of the emotions that he's talking about that people, in particular young people, you know, between the ages of 18 and 27, people at this time, the emotions they're feeling are a lot of the same emotions that, you know, people 18 to 25 are feeling now.
So you're telling me that today's millennial angst was around in a different way.
Yes.
during
Which is
this
really
election.
amazing to me. He's talking about the feeling around politics at this time frame. And, you know, how the people were talking about the youth vote, how, you know what I mean, how the Democrats are saying, the youth vote will make an impact, and the Republicans were saying, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And then it's him like, you know, it's Hunter Thompson doing Hunter Thompson things, picking up people who are hitchhiking on the side of the road, like, hey, who are you going to vote for? What are you talking about? You know what I mean? You know, it's just him kind of following this campaign trail, following McGovern and documenting basically from October of 71 through, you know, November of 72, like this long reaching story from primary to general election. And he sees the whole thing. It's very good. It's very good listening. Hunter Thompson has a very, he's a way with words. He's a way with emotions.
Yeah.
He's a very good way of putting you in that situation as he sees it.
Yeah.
And the audiobook version that I'm going to recommend again is on YouTube. It's basically free rights at this point. It's all on YouTube. It's longer. It's in 8 parts. Whoever this guy is who does the reading of this book nails the Hunter Thompson emotion and passion.
Okay.
He's very, very good at.
Do you remember the channel?
But I can show it to you guys. Actually, let me look it up here.
Yeah, look it up if you can.
In the meantime, I'm going to go to my second recommendation. I'm going to give you a choice. Do you guys want which blues album do you want? Do you want the one that came out in '65, or do you want the one that came out in would have been what '67? It's two different blues bands. Two different '60s blues bands.
Give us another distinction.
Okay, one is Jeff Beck. The other is the Paul Butterfield Blues Band.
Oh, I want to hear who the hell the Paul Butterfield.
Yeah, never heard of them.
Paul Butterfield
band
Blues Band.
Yeah, I want to know about
All right,
that.
you guys know the name Elvin Bishop?
Yes.
No.
You know the name Elvin Bishop? How about Mike Bloomfield?
No.
Those two are like two. Really? You
I don't know either of them.
Those are two of the most important guitar players of the past 100 years.
That's
They're
good to
fucking,
know.
fucking incredible. All right,
Well, seeing as the guitar has only been around for about 100 years, well, the guitar as we know it.
This is really funny. The YouTube channel, if you type in Fear and Loathing on the 72 campaign trail, it'll show up on YouTube.
Okay.
But the YouTube channel is Joe Mangle.
Mangle?
Spelled just the way you expect.
Joe Mangle.
Joe Mangle.
Joe Mangle and the Strangler Band.
Mangled Joe.
But no, the album I'm going to recommend is the first album by the Paul Butterfield Blues Band from 1965, featuring, strangely enough, a couple black guys playing, instruments that you wouldn't expect them to play in a blues band, and the white guys taking up all the white guy instruments, or all the instruments you would expect black people to be playing. In this
Okay,
band.
so I'm assuming there's no black bassists.
No, drummer and keyboardist.
Okay.
Elvin Bishop and Mike Bloomfield take up the role of guitar players, and they fucking wail on this album.
Nice.
Mike Bloomfield in particular. Mike Bloomfield, when Dylan went electric at the Newport Jazz Festival?
The Jurors First of her.
I
remember Burb Dylan at the Jurors First of her.
Damn it.
Yeah, it was pretty good, actually. Yeah, I remember Dirt.
Do you know when Dylan went electric when he at the Jazz Festival? God damn it.
Sorry, man, I can't let that slide. It's not on this show.
No, not on this show.
You're a certain Ledur.
We can stop here. This is Jurors country.
Okay, so
when Dylan went electric at the 65 Newport Jazz Festival,
Yeah.
the guitar player that he had with him, the guy who played lead in his band was Mike fucking Bloomfield.
Oh, okay.
On that badass 61 Telecaster of his.
Okay.
Mike Bloomfield fucking wails on this album.
Okay.
There's and it's just this album came out in 65, so it's really crunchy and heavy at a time when guitars weren't really crunchy and heavy.
okay.
He's got some snappy, real fuzzy playing on the treble, right? So he's playing on the bridge pickup.
Yeah.
So it's real crunchy, quacky kind of guitar solos, and Bloomfield fucking rips on here.
Nice.
Not to mention the fact that Paul Butterfield, maybe one of the best fucking mouth harp players ever. This guy can rip on the harmonica.
Yeah.
So this album is just full of like a love letter to old Chicago style blues.
That's
you know what I
sick.
mean? All the old Chicago blues that you heard.
Nice.
In
Did
the,
you say the name of the record yet?
Yeah, it's Paul Butterfield Blues Band. It's the self-titled album.
Oh,
It's their
okay.
first record. Came out in 65.
Nice.
There's great stuff on there. Shake Your Money Maker comes to mind. That's what I was playing earlier when I was doing the.
Oh, okay.
I just re-listened to it again this week, and this was going to be my original recommendation. The other one I was going to do was a Jeff Beck album, but maybe I'll save that for later.
Yeah, save it for later. That's
yeah.
But yeah,
It's always good to have more
dig this. If you like blues guitar players, you're gonna love this record. It's really good. And just like look up Mike Bloomfield because the guy ripped, and he holds his guitar like a white guy, like way up here, like he's in Elvis's band. Like, but he can shred. So dig that one. They look really cool. They look like greasers on the album cover, just kind of like leaning up against something.
Nice.
It's a real cool 60s bluesy kind of jam album. So
I dig that.
Speaking of your album recommendations, I listened to Norma
Oh,
Jean.
yes.
I really did enjoy it.
it's really good, right?
Yeah.
Did I recommend?
You recommend Redeemer?
Redeemer, yeah. Okay, it was either Redeemer or the Anti-Mother. Redeemer is
Yeah.
like that's a wild album.
Yeah, it was good.
Very heavy. Yeah.
I thought of something.
Yeah.
Because I know you want to go last.
Yeah.
So let me jump in real quick and just say I am obsessed with a musician named Lewis Cole.
Okay.
You guys, I played him for you.
Cole.
He's the same guy that was in the Knower band.
Oh yeah.
okay.
That I sent you all the video
guy.
of a particular song entitled "The Government Knows," and the lyric is "The government knows when you masturbate."
They do.
That video is really weird. It features Lewis Cole shirtless, wearing a bandolier of corn dogs,
That's really funny.
which is the funniest thing in the world.
The government.
Singing about the government knows when you masturbate. This is the way that it knows you best, with the mouse in your right and your dick in the left.
Obviously, my dick's in the right.
They
hand.
obviously
it's the other way around.
they obviously don't know me that well then.
So Lewis Cole is he does a lot of solo stuff as well as the stuff that he does with Knower. But I think this dude has like legit funk chops.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
He's a very talented musician, and he keeps some really talented people around him. So I'll keep it short. Check out the catchiest one is one of his originals called "Bank Account."
Yeah.
And the whole lyric is just, "I don't want to check my bank account. I'm too scared to check my bank account," which feels so real to me. It's like kind of like a perfect, like it conveys, you want to talk about millennial angst.
Yeah.
I'm too scared to check my bank account. It's just about it.
Yeah.
And the stuff that he does with Knower, some of the best stuff is the live band sesh things, like where they play like live in the house.
Yeah, they're just being like a fucking hallway.
Yeah, he's just sitting in his own hallway drumming, and there's like downstairs in his kitchen is a full live orchestra of people playing like brass and woodwind.
They got backup dancers like outside on the patio.
Just like out there with their one mic dancing outside. Lewis Cole is cool. Knower is cool. I think they're on tour, and if they come somewhere nearby, I would really like to see them. So check out Lewis Cole.
Morty.
Morty. And check out Knower. And especially check out Bank Account.
Morty.
Especially check out Bank Account. It's that good.
For sure.
Hey. My recommendation today is The Elder Scrolls. No, I'm just kidding. It's not.
The Elder Scrolls. Howard, you've done it
Hey,
again.
Son of a bitch.
Finally
No.
awake, huh? Imperials must have caught you crossing the border.
No. My real recommendation is
I love it. I love that it's every single time. I love it so much. Never stop doing it.
Todd Howard,
you
son
bastard.
of a bitch. You've done it again.
Stop it.
Dovahkiin.
No, I have a real recommendation, you
Okay.
guys.
Okay.
What you got?
Fallout 76.
Daikatana.
Super Mario Brothers.
Spyro is
Super
back.
Mario Brothers 2. Game of the year. 25 years.
Game of the year, 25 years. Super Mario.
Brothers
Oh, we're due for that. He's coming up with that, isn't he?
Yeah, it's that time of
almost
year.
time.
It's about time.
My recommendation is just this holiday season, whether you celebrate or not, to spend time with the people you love.
Yeah.
Whether it be your family or your friends. Some people don't have family and their friends are their family, and I
Some people
understand
hate
that.
their family.
Yeah, some people hate their family, and that's okay. Don't let anyone tell you that's not okay because you might have legitimate reasons, and no one should judge you for that.
Yeah,
Your
can
family
we-
sucks, yeah.
Can we just like take an aside there? It's okay if your family sucks.
Yeah, seriously.
People are like, well, you got to love me. You don't have to love somebody.
no, you absolutely
Yeah, someone
do
who
not
abuses you
have.
constantly.
Yeah, just
No.
because they have the same DNA as you. It
No,
doesn't-
you absolutely do not have
And
to
this-
love or respect those people
Yes.
if they do not love and respect you back.
This is doubly so if this is if you're an LGBT person that your family has just kind of
Yep.
it's a sad reality, but
Whoever you consider your family, spend time with them
Yes.
because
Yeah.
I mean, I want to say that that's what this time of year is for, but it should be all year. But
This
but
time
if
of
you
year
do-
is about consumerism. Let's be real. Here.
sure. but like if we look historically, this time of year is about this time of year historically you're kind of like you're shut in with your family. You can't harvest crops. You can't plant.
You are
anything.
going to be together more often.
You can't crop.
So try to enjoy it.
So yeah.
That's my recommendation.
Yeah, so
This is a good recommendation.
it's about being cozy. It's about being comfy, and it's about being that way with people you care
snuggling.
about.
It's about fucking snuggling.
about snuggling.
Snuggling.
I'm glad you mentioned it because, like, every time Christmas rolls around, I get stressed out.
Everyone's a kid at Christmas time, except when you're an adult and it fucking sucks. Don't know where your next paycheck's coming from, but you gotta buy the goddamn
N64. I don't know.
not gonna be able to pay your rent at Christmas time, cause you gotta buy some gifts at Christmas time.
It's all dumb shit that you wouldn't buy, except it's Christmas time.
That
Oh
was a good
man,
song.
it's a yeah. But yeah, like for real, spend the time with the people that you like actually care about and cherish, because like don't this might be a good time to bring up a little piece of trivia. Blood is thicker than water. They say
I believe it. I felt blood, large amounts of blood.
it is physically thicker than water. Yes, the popular interpretation is that family is more important than friends, but that's not actually what it means. It is that the what is it? The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb, which
Yeah.
means that personal relationships you form are more important than familial ones.
Wait, that's actually what that means?
That's actually what that means.
So it means the opposite of how
it means the
everyone
complete
used that.
opposite of how everyone uses
So
it.
fuck
yeah.
your family.
The blood
this
of
Christmas.
The blood of the covenant is thicker than the
But
water
this
of the
Christmas, remember that gravy is thicker than blood.
Gravy is thicker
womb.
than
Gravy
blood.
is thicker than blood, and so gravy therefore is
Yeah.
the most
Is the
important
meaning
part.
of Christmas.
You know what?
Yeah.
You're right, Aubrey.
And now
I know.
Wow, I feel like we've learned something today.
Aubrey,
It's Christmas.
Amazing
We're gonna get some gravy.
Speaking of that,
How
what did we learn today?
thick the
Yeah, what did we-
You had a great segue and you
I know,
ruined
I
it,
fucking
Chris.
blew it. I totally blew it. God damn it. What the fuck? What did we learn today? I learned that, what did I write on here? I wrote Dave and I are mutilated.
I learned.
Yeah, we're mutilated.
I learned.
We got snipped.
Oh, yeah, right.
I learned the NPR, Lucifer's #1 station.
Yeah, I got the Illuminati are watching Aubrey.
What's how does the all things considered thing? Ba 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 ba
I just
Blood!
I wrote down Colgate Gate.
I wrote, they don't let alcoholics into space.
They don't.
Well, we don't. The Soviets sure did.
Yeah, they sure did.
I wrote, wow, Dad, sometimes the mania, it just comes right out of you.
I wrote, Dave is the best emperor penguin.
That's
The only.
Yes.
Everyone knows this. No one's talking about this.
And no one's talking
Nobody's
about this.
talking about it. It's fine.
And I wrote that Ted is the worst Kennedy.
I wrote the Kennedys have a secret escape tunnel I didn't know about.
Oh, yeah, they definitely did.
I wrote that Aubrey is apparently really willing to put up with a lot from me.
I wrote, fucking a horse makes you absorb its power.
That's right. Dave just wants a longer face. That's what I have here, too.
I wrote Hillary Clinton wants your kids at the pizza parlor.
I wrote that home defense can and should be gross and should involve as many toenails as possible.
I have here that Aubrey will attest to the thickness of Ben's dick.
I wrote that. Aubrey will attest to the thickness of his dickness.
The thickness of the dickness.
I wrote we lasted 12 seconds before maligning Beyonce.
That's right.
Exactly. Between saying we wouldn't
With
and
apologies to Beyonce.
doing it. With apologies to Beyonce.
Yeah, we gotta apologize to Beyonce now
fuck.
too. I wrote that if you're not gonna be a dad for sure, you can definitely hope to be an uncle.
That's right.
Yeah.
Which is way better, actually.
Yeah, because you can give them back.
That's right. You get to go
I
back.
love being an
Yeah.
aunt.
You get to do stuff like give him a beer when, Dad's out of town.
Hey, kid, they're not looking. Drink this beer.
Drink this beer. Also, wash my back.
YOLO, kid.
Don't tell anybody. Don't ever tell anybody.
All right.
Don't tell no.
No, it's okay. This is what every kid does with their uncle. We're not related. It doesn't
I was
matter.
concerned, but I remembered you said you're too lazy
I'm
to be
too
a
late.
pedophile.
I'm way too lazy to be a pedophile. Oh, incidentally, I know why you said that before because I didn't until I heard it back. I didn't understand why that was weird.
No, yeah. That's not,
Mr. Uncle, you need to have a sip of this beer.
I'm a Mr. Uncle, and we're not related. Jesus.
One more, which is that I wrote that a spider thing is a thing that is just a spider.
Yes.
Correct. Do we have anything else here, gentlemen and lady?
I don't
think so.
I think this concludes all new business.
I think this concludes this
concludes-
season.
Yeah, this concludes the year.
With the exception of the best of episode, which
Early
is
January.
Yeah.
I gotta do my research.
Yeah. Well, not for that one. Oh, you mean we
the
do.
best
For the best of,
Yeah.
I gotta find my favorite sketches.
We have to comb over our favorite episodes and
We have
find
to
our favorite.
we have to
elements.
parry.
we gotta.
No.
We have, I resent the implication that you think it needs a comb over.
No.
I think actually.
My hair is real, and no one is talking about this.
And speaking of Israel,
Who's a wonderful ally, by the way?
It's wonderful,
They're the best.
wonderful.
No one's talking
I
about
won-
this.
wonderful country.
Everybody said Netanyahu. I love Netanyahu. Some people call him a warmonger. I think he's wonderful.
Some people call him a sack of shit.
Look,
Some people say his
listen,
face is stupid.
listen.
I'm not saying this. This is not true. Everyone knows this.
I was surfing the net and Yahoo before Google hold a monopoly.
And I'm getting wet on the net with all the mobs. We'll call back there for
420.
420
Plays
plays
it.
it. I don't fucking care. So yeah, we'll be back with the best of episode, which barely qualifies as an episode. It's just us talking about all the fun stuff that we did over this past year.
The stuff you might have missed that we liked very much.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then beyond
we
that,
have impeccable taste.
The
And
next-
you need to listen to us.
that's right. The next time we come back to do like a full episode, it's probably going to be after the New Year's party, unless we drunkenly stumble in here
it'll
during the
definitely-
New Year's party.
It'll
we
definitely
we
be like
should.
middle of January.
We could do a little three dudes aside, like drunkenly stumble in here.
Oh my god.
Get the entire party on this.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
That'd be an audio nightmare.
Happy
Yes, it
holidays
would be.
from the Three Dude
I
podcast.
started sweating as you said it.
Is there
I'm like,
I
I can't even record like the three of you without it going wrong.
is there an audio equivalent of an epileptic nightmare?
We're gonna find out.
We're gonna find out.
All right.
So when we come back for a full episode, it will be season 3. It will be Ben's episode opening the season. Oh, what we have to discuss.
Shit.
We made some changes in season 2. We have to discuss if there's anything that we want to do for season 3.
Right.
We'll see.
We got some planning. We got
some planning to do.
In the
we have
meanwhile.
responsibilities, grown-up adult responsibilities.
That's right.
Thank you, Aubrey,
Yes,
for
thank
being
you for
our
coming on.
closeout guest.
Oh,
Thanks,
hey.
For bringing delicious meatballs, which we didn't
Yes.
get far too many of.
You're welcome.
And I guess we'll see you guys.
We'll
at
see
the
you
beginning
back
of
for
the year.
season 3 when we have
Next
something
year.
something new.
Something new.
Just kidding. It's gonna be smoking and drinking.
Oh,
Jesus
for fuck's sake.
Christ Almighty!
Drinking. This is why I can't record this show.
Smoking and drinking
all the time. Fucking
season 3.
Smoking and dorming.
I hate you so
Sharkin'
much.
and
I hate you so much.
Dolphin and Lundgren.
Guy, I think I'm no.
All right.
Smoking and drinking season 3, everybody.
Hashtag.
Me too.